Me, I'm here. What is wrong with my
Brownie.
brain today?
I don't know.
How is it that okay? So I've mentioned this to I think Alex and Cameron before, but how is it that when people port games over to like modern hardware, they manage to make them suck so much more?
Because they
Like
don't put much effort into it because
I've
it's
been
cheap to do.
I've been because I saw the Stick of Truth has like an updated version for Xbox, whatever. So I thought I'd go through and play one of my favorite little dumb RPGs and get the achievements again. It is broken. Like it's playable, but it's broken. Like I've opened the menu and all of the UI has disappeared, so you can't see what you're clicking. I've had stuff not update. I have had my character do the electric slide for like 5 minutes. Like it's a modern console. How did you fuck this up?
They just they probably just genuinely don't try. They just copy and paste the code and like
It's sullying.
mindlessly cut a few things out. Think, oh, this will probably make it run a little faster, and then
Whoops! There goes coconut.jpg.
when it doesn't actually fucking run properly, they're like, oh well, who really cares?
Did you guys see the new Minecraft movie teaser yet?
Don't
I
talk
wish
to
I
me.
I
had.
did.
Don't talk to me. Don't fucking
I
talk
did.
to me. I
It's
don't.
fucking awful.
That
I
that
know.
that shit looks horrendous, and not
I
because like the
Not
like
even Jack. Like, I'm sorry, not even Jack Black can save that.
No.
have you
No.
like the thing that I'm most upset with. I can handle Sonic the Hedgehog level movie quality for like the animations and like oh everything has realistic fur and it looks genuinely unpleasant. I can handle that, but the main characters are like the worst designed characters I think I've seen in a live action movie in a long time. The Goosebumps movie had real people. Who are these people? What? And none of it makes. I'm sorry. I lost a bit
Are
of
you
my soul
okay?
today.
I have my fingers crossed that it'll be so bad it's good.
I don't even
Well,
want. I don't even want to.
somehow I don't think even ironic like viewing is
Looking
going
at
to
the
save.
dramatic picture of the Minecraft realistic IRL Minecraft wolf howling at the moon made me die inside.
Yeah.
God,
Like,
I,
if
I really fucking
99.9
despise the like super realistic fur textures combined with like they tried to make the bodies both blocky and also normal at the same time, and it looks
yes.
horrendous.
my question is if 99.9% of the fucking movie is animated, why don't you just fucking animate it?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly my
what
point.
the hell?
What we
'Cause
should be getting we
it's-
should be getting a Mario movie situation instead of a Sonic the Hedgehog movie situation for Minecraft. Because while I recognize that we have a bit of a hee hee hoo hoo the Smurf slash bullshit thing for the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, and they're like genuinely kind
What?
of funny. That
Smurfs?
cannot work for Minecraft. There's no way.
Well,
I don't-
The fuck are you talking about the Smurfs for? What?
like the
Like
Smurf
I'm
live
talking about
action
live
movie.
action inclusion
Oh.
in like what should be like a regular ass IRL movie. Like, do you want to know what I wish? Here's the problem. I'm comparing this a lot right now to the Hi Duncan. I'm comparing the Minecraft movie trailer a lot to the Detective Pikachu movie. And the Detective Pikachu movie knew what it was. And despite some of the Pokemon designs looking kind of ugly, that kind of made a little bit of sense. And for the most part, it all felt really like normal. Like it didn't feel out of the. I watched that Minecraft movie trailer and I felt awkward the entire time. Not just from like a the dialogue is kind of cringe to I felt like it didn't work like at all. But that's just my opinion.
No, because again, it's just like, how much money would it have cost to just animate them?
Ryan Reynolds is not
Like-
coming out of that Minecraft dog. I'm sorry, y'all. He's not. It's not
No.
happening.
Never.
I can't
What?
get over how.
Have you never
it-
seen
it's-
Detective Pikachu?
What does that have to do with the Minecraft dog? What?
Well, I thought you were like wondering about my Ryan Reynolds joke.
Yeah, you said Ryan Reynolds is never gonna come out of the Minecraft dog.
Well, spoiler alerts for the yeah, it is, Duncan. And spoiler alerts for Detective Pikachu if you haven't seen it. Ryan Reynolds is Pikachu. The dad is Pikachu. And so he becomes the dad again at the end of the... So, like...
I mean, yeah, I know. I watched Detective Pikachu.
Well, then that
What-
was
what
the
does it have
joke I
to do
was
with
making.
The Minecraft dog.
I just thought it would be funny to imply the Minecraft dog would become Ryan Reynolds. That was my joke.
No,
It
it's
doesn't.
Chris
It's not any
Pratt.
deeper.
Don't understand.
Oh no, you're right. It would be Chris Pratt.
It's always been Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
I enjoyed looking at the hard drive article that was leaking that Jack Black's casting was as an extremely loud gravel block.
Christ.
I'm placing blocks
Oh,
and shit because I'm in
Mr.
fucking Minecraft.
Mr. Black, Mr. Jackamus Blackicus, my friend.
Uh-huh.
When you said I'm Steve,
You can tell
it
he
took
was
my breath
trying.
away, and they had to revive me.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
it was-
You could tell he's trying. Okay, he's trying, but you
I got-
can't. No
There's
matter
only
how
so
good an
much you can-
actor you are, you can't salvage.
Even
Trash.
the greatest artist can't make a pile of shit not a pile of shit.
Dude, it should have just been like Minecraft story mode, and we could have some genuinely dumbass scenes where like you have an emotional attachment to a pig, and then it just turns into pork chops. Like, I do not like Minecraft story
I'm
mode.
sorry,
That
there
is
was
cinema.
no emotional attachment to that stupid fucking pig.
But that is cinema. That is
It
some
was fun.
cinema right
Yeah, it was.
there.
You know, I saw
To
a
be
post
fair,
earlier
I-
that was.
To be fair, I never played up to that point because I think I got through like halfway through the chapters and I was like, man, this sucks.
Duncan says he's going to commit Minecraft, and I agree. I agree.
But fucking, I remember seeing a
So was
post earlier
Hollywood.
that was like, I owe the Minecraft story mode an apology.
Yeah.
Like,
It sucks because like having seen it, now we know that all those leaks were real. We knew it was gonna look like shit for months.
yeah, we
But
knew.
everybody was hoping, no, there's no way. This looks too ass. There's no
Look,
way that it looks
look,
that bad, right?
I'm not saying that there aren't portions of it that would work if the rest of it wasn't so shit. Like, the actual way
I
that
mean,
the
like,
environment looks is
I
actually
think
fine.
the piglins look
piglins look good.
okay, but
Piglins and
all
hoglins
of
are
the
great.
animals looked like absolute dog
Dude,
shit.
you can't attach fur to squares. You look
Yeah, it
like a
looks
Tom and
weird.
Jerry cartoon realized in real life, and it's
It
awful.
looks like those images people would post that are saying like what Minecraft will look like
This
in
is what
RTX
2013.
on.
like in
Yeah.
2013.
RTX
You
on,
saw that
baby.
post. You saw that post too. Yeah. Fuck.
Well, I mean,
God, dude.
that's been a meme for a while. Like,
Well, I
a
know
picture
that,
of, like,
but
hyper realistically rendered Mario. This will be Mario graphics in 2015.
dude, oh my god. Also, I'm looking at Dominic's stream right now. Close the "What's New" tab, you Neanderthal.
Oh, I forgot that I can actually close that. I always forget. I just leave it up like a complete fucking doll.
They always fucking reopen it. Like, I don't fucking care what's new. If I wanted to look at what's new, I'd search it out.
Well, I'll tell you what's new.
but-
I don't get to have it because apparently there's new effects, but like they don't work right for me. They're all the old effects that are like at 0 FPS and just don't exist. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna ask you guys, since we're kind of running close to the end of a lot of... Why is Aquaman haunting everything? Is it Aquaman again?
Wait, what?
Obligatory... Fucking Jason.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know how you can get rid of the Aquaman ads? By subbing to the channel. It's September, so you get to pay less and I get the regular amount of money.
Now, you get to play less if you're paying for it
Ow!
on,
I cut my finger
desktop.
earlier. and I just cut my
Otherwise,
finger.
you're paying fucking like 75% more. Because
Yeah, because
garbage.
apparently... Because why does it cost more to sub on mobile? What is that? This is bullshit. It's the same thing!
Fees.
Mm.
So Apple App Store ads fees, Google App Store ads fees.
That's
So
true.
you're not going straight through their store. You're buying it from a third party, basically.
Anyway, I'm broke, brother. Dude, don't give me money. Because you ain't giving most of your money to me anyway. You're giving most of your money to Twitch. That's what's happening. Except for apparently in September. Because somebody thought of a really good pun, and Twitch lost money, technically speaking. Not really. No, the extra revenue, like, because people buy more, it obviously drives up the overall price for a month. Like, or it drives up the amount of profit, not the price. But I digress. It is now 11 minutes past, and do you know what that means, my friends?
Just
It's time to drag in some dungeons. Wait a minute. I got that wrong.
Dragon my dungeons through these dragons. I don't know. But...
It is currently Alturiac the 20th. Your 749 AC. Scene, a sleepy little town known as Scales, the largest city in the country of Baldur's.
A sleepy little
time.
town. 5 seconds later, the largest city.
Funny Baldur's Gate 3 reference. It is 4:00 p.m. And right now, our party is a bit fractured. Not because they hate each other or anything, but because, like, 3 of them are stuck in a basement. While the rest of them
One
were
in a
able to-
basement, two in a ring in a basement.
Exactly. By technicality, you are in the basement.
Are
In
we
an
still playing
extra-dimensional
Flip
plane.
Rocks
That
in the ring?
kinda. I mean, at this point, the game of Flip Rocks has just gone on far too long, and now a winner will never be decided. So it has been declared that it is a draw, and that means that Boga's the winner because he's the one who declared the
Right.
draw.
I was gonna say we were playing so long
Loopholes.
we came way too close to having a game with real rules, so we had to quit.
That's like the unofficial rule. That's like the homebrew rule of Flip Rocks. If you get too close to having a real game, you gotta stop it. Otherwise, it's no fun anymore.
If you start taking it seriously, it's time to quit.
Exactly. So it is.
I assume one of the trapped trio probably has some method of just zoinking their ways out of there.
Right, so to reset the scene seriously, most of the party has managed to escape out of the Desert Rose Manor. While you guys were there and trying to find the information to get you guys into that door underneath Rukrot's main city of Alalaxa, excuse me. Basically, you guys were almost sleep-gassed. But you guys are cool. You guys got out of there, and you talked your way out of the manor. Unfortunately, having to leave a disguised Jen who looks like Kunj right now. He is in a basement. A reconverted wine cellar that basically acts as a pseudo-prison. While the rest of you have gathered in the alleyways not too far from the actual manor of the Desert Rose family. Actually, that's not the name. I'm completely blanking on the name. Hang on.
Desert Thorn, I think it was? Was it Desert Thorn?
It's here. It's here somewhere. Hang on. Where's my?
'Cause I know I have it written down somewhere, but
Here we go. Session. That's probably my session plan. No, it's not. Whoops. No, wait. Yeah.
oh my goodness, hold
Oh.
on. Okay.
Nope. It's fine. You know what? It's like Thorn Rose, I think.
Characters. Well, I have
Oh wait.
the
Yeah. Here it
two
is.
as Lady and Lord of the Desert Thorn House. So unless I'm
Thorn.
incorrect.
It's Thorn Rose. That's what it is.
Okay.
It is Thorn Rose. So we reopen the scene and begin. Jen, you are alone in a quiet, dusty, musty basement cellar. Around you, there is very little. There are some empty bottles of wine and racks that may have once at a time held bottles, but are currently empty, or their remaining contents are just as empty as the shelf. The door, which is made of a very tough-looking metal, rests just ahead of you. There is no window. There is no latch here on the inside. It appears to have been at some point removed. Studying it, you might even consider it to have been a recent job, perhaps in preparation for your arrival. It's unclear. But what is clear is that you are now in here, and it might be possible somebody's coming for you. Who knows? So I ask, what will you do?
So there's no windows. So there's no way for me to figure out exactly which wall is next to the alley.
I would say if you want to try to figure out which wall is closest to, say, the exit of the property, like near where an alleyway is or a street, I'm gonna have you make me. I will let it be either survival or history. Poke through your brain a little bit. Try to do some calculations. I gotta remember that I don't have an intellect stat or an intellect skill in regular 5e like I do in
Right.
the PD&D system. So history or survival will suffice just as well here.
What the fuck was I looking for?
I'll do survival since it's a little higher.
Okay. So you try to get a sense of your orientation in the room, but the mansion was quite big. So even as you try to think about where you would be relatively to where you came in, trying to trace your thoughts back, try to find your orientation, you just can't. As far as you're concerned, any direction could lead to the nearest alleyway. So what would you like to do in that case?
Here's another dumb question for you. Is this room exactly the size of the house? Like
Oh,
the whole
absolutely not.
perimeter?
No. Because
Okay.
you could assume that maybe the basement, if they have one in full, is this size. You didn't get to see a lot of it on your way down. But this room is probably a roughly 10 foot by 10 foot space, maybe 10 by 15 if you're being gracious.
Okay. So
Do we
For-
still have the group chat open? I
I
forgot.
think we should.
Yes,
I don't see why
I
we
believe
wouldn't.
that, yeah, you guys had the group chat on last
Not
time.
sure how much that would help here.
The only
though.
person who is
I was
currently
just-
not in the group chat is Jamberman. Because Jamberman was off doing something last session, which we will get to momentarily.
okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is check in and see if everybody else got out of the house.
Okay. So,
No,
relaying...
everybody except those in the ring.
Yes.
Hmm.
So as you guys are gathered out in the alleyway, you can hear Jen's voice coming through the group chat, come for the first time in a while. You're not sure if it was because he was trying, keep on the down low, but in any case, it's coming through clear as crystal, as I'm pretty sure that has a pretty infinite range, but it's like the same plane, or I might be thinking of sending. But sending can also
What is
go
it
to other
actually?
planes.
What is it specifically from again? Because we've been calling it the group chat for so long, I forget what it actually is.
Harley's spell. I want to say telepathic bond or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's telepathic bond. Yeah, that's the one. Possible over any distance, though it can't extend to other planes. See, I did get that right.
Okay.
I should trust myself more often.
And anybody stupider than intelligence of 2 can't use it. So I
So-
don't think that applies to anybody here.
No.
Nope.
So my best bet for anything I would know there's a space on the other side of that I could get to would be this door.
That is correct. The door would
Okay.
obviously have to lead somewhere.
So I think the easiest thing for me to do at this point would be use one of my lovely at-will uses of Master of Myriad forms here
Ooh.
and alter myself to look like the lord of the house.
Ooh. Interesting.
Might work for long
Use-
enough to get you out of there.
my cape of the mountain back to cast Dimension Door so I can teleport to the other side of this locked door and walk
Ah.
out the front door. Like I
Oh,
own the
wow, yeah.
place.
Just
An
make sure to hide
excellent
your-
choice.
Make sure to hide your hands or so best you can.
So,
The rope isn't I held the rope so it isn't tied onto me. So
Yeah.
I can just drop it in the room.
Oh yeah, right.
you guys he did get out of the rope. So, Jen, you use your invocation. You call upon the powers of your patron, and with a flick of a non-existent cape, your body changes to match the elven lord of the house. I believe his name was Manovo. Regardless, you quickly take your movement over to the door, and with a cast of Dimension Door, you zip through space and find yourself on the other side. Thankfully, you don't find yourself in front of any guards. In fact, you are out in the actual basement itself. The basement is much cleaner than the inside of the room. It is, again, much larger, leading credence to your theory that there was more to this basement. Looking around, you find a lot of empty boxes, though. Maybe a few moved wine racks that are outside filled with wine of many different kinds. You can see a set of stairs, probably a good ways to your north,
Oh boy, free wine.
or not north, sorry, ahead of you. And there is light pouring down, though the basement itself is quite dark. I think you have dark vision, thanks to your invocations, is that right?
Yeah.
Or is it... Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
have
make sure I was right.
superior dark vision.
Just start
essentially.
putting cases of wine into the ring.
It's going to end up with the blue iguana and his little friend, so you might get only a few of those back.
Technically,
No.
I could.
Put like 20 cases in there, checking it later, and there's one case left and like 300 empty bottles.
You can consider alcohol the Flip Rock Rule Reset potion.
Well,
All of that.
what I was thinking is take a quick look about and see if I could grab the most expensive wine that I can see. and just
Absolutely.
walk out like I was preparing for someone important to show up.
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh.
Not bad. You take a walk over to one of the wine racks, and even in the darkness, you can read the labels. You begin pouring through them, trying to find something of value. And you eventually do. You find a bottle of vintage year 500, we'll call it high C wine. Got nothing else for you there? But it looks quite expensive, and the vintage
Like
is very
orange
old.
icy?
No, as in high C. There's
Or
a
fruit
little
punch icy?
there's a little depiction of a very artistic boat, kind of like a.
Oh.
You ever seen one of those really expensive fancy wine bottles where the labels like wrap around and they're like way over the top for what you're buying? It's like that, but it's
Yeah.
nice. As you turn it around, you even note that some of the label is gold, and glints in the light being cast from the stairwell not too far from here. You can pocket that sucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a hold of it and walk out.
Indeed. Grabbing a hold of the wine, you make your way over to the stairwell and up the stairs. You are immediately met with a couple of guards who are taken a little bit aback by your sudden appearance, and a few of them do a bit of a salute with a stamp of the foot, and one of them says, "Ah, Manovo, sir, we didn't see you enter."
Going to use my
Sorry.
because we talked to Lenovo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe both of them were in the room when we got gassed.
So and you would have considered that talking to him for or me listening to him for at least a minute, right?
Of course.
Okay. So I'm going to use my actor's feat there and get advantage on my charisma deception check here.
Yes, I was about to ask. Can I
say-
get a deception check?
Hey, maybe I should get some better guards if they don't even notice me walking in the cellar to get some wine.
Ooh. Excellent.
In my best authoritative voice there.
Fucking
As
turn the
I
don't.
just like head for the front door like I'm waiting for somebody to come.
Man casts a natural.
All right, let's see a deception
vicious
check.
mockery.
Just destroy their self-esteem in order to confuse them enough to not think about it.
Excellent.
25.
Excellent. So the two guards immediately look at each other, and you can see they begin to sweat. Sorry, Mr. Thornrose, sir. We will never do that again. I will keep a very sharp vigil for the, we will watch carefully. And he keeps a salute. He is trembling, staring at you down in as, like, what is it? He's at attention as, like, firmly as possible.
He's afraid he's about to get trafficked.
He's gonna end up down there in the cell with the captive.
So you said that you wanted to saunter off afterwards towards the door,
Yeah,
like you're
just
going to wait for
Head
somebody.
to the front door, or like I'm expecting somebody to show up any moment.
Okay. You do so. Nobody pays you any mind. Even a few of the guards who are walking around who saw the interaction are now very, very scared to interact with you.
Good. Once I get to the front door, I'm opening it and walking out.
You pick an opportune moment and you just open the door and walk outside. There is nothing to stop you from walking directly out to the main gate and just leaving. You take note that the two guards that were outside previously are not here.
Cool. So I just keep on
Okay.
going.
All right? You keep on
I
going.
guess at that point, once he's out, we should probably give him directions to whatever alleyway we're creeping in.
And I figured I'd just go back to Heraxis there.
I
What
mean,
other
true. I
the-
guess. Though I don't know. The only thing is, I don't know if walking all the way back with that appearance would be a good idea, or if
Well, I
like.
figured as soon as I get into a group of people, since I
True.
can cast this at will, I'll just, well, I can also
That's fair
drop
enough.
it anytime I want, which is fine. Too. I probably don't need to shift into somebody else in the crowd.
You could also release us from our prison. Me and
Yeah, I
Boga.
could. Or keep you guys completely oblivious to what I just did.
This is true. This is
Just
true.
leave them in there for like a week, and they're thinking, "Oh no, we're so fucking screwed," and randomly let them out. Like, "Oh shit, forgot you guys were in there. Sorry."
Shit.
So, we'll say then that you guys decide that you're going to reconvene at Heraxon's place near Bounties of the Sun and Sand.
Probably the simplest solution there.
So, you guys make your way there and you meet up together. And before Heraxon is even back, he's out for most of the time. We'll say that because you're the first to kind of just like exit the house and start heading in that direction without a second thought, Jen, you're the first person to arrive. And the first thing that you see is standing in the center of the room is Jamberman. But he is not of sound mind. Jamberman, the world around you right now is incredibly hazy. Things are not as they seem to you. You can barely make out where you are. The form of a figure approaches you, and for a moment there's a bit of anxiety. You can scarcely move your arms, legs, and fingers. And you just... How do you react?
Good question. So there's a figure in front of me, though, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna call out to the figure and say, "Who are you?"
Jen, you hear in a mumbled, muttering, drolling voice, from Jamberman, who are you?
I'm Jen Ifritas. I'm right in front of you. I make sure my guys is dropped so he can see
course.
me. And then I
So,
kick Sebastian and uh our Cobalt friend out of my ring.
okay. So, Jamberman,
You
you
forgot
hear...
Boga's name. You
Boga, there we go.
Unbelievable. So,
I wanted to call him Surtsa, and I knew that was wrong.
yeah, Sarts is the chief. But Jamberman, you hear it like you're hearing it through water and glass, but you can just make out Jen's voice. It almost feels like it brings you back to reality a little bit, and your senses kind of focus like a fisheye lens on him as he's letting your other two friends out of his ring. There is still the entire world. It's like you're in an allergy commercial and you can barely tell anything is going on. There's a ringing in your ears and your
Wait.
movements feel sluggish.
Dominic,
That
is that the
what-
best comparison you could think of?
It came out. I don't know what I meant by allergy commercial.
You could say it's
I
like
was-
opening
I was
your
trying to-
eyes underwater.
Open to
I was trying to
interpretation.
visualize what you meant by that, and I was like, what is he talking about?
Oh,
My,
Yeah,
my,
it's
my-
like,
my
what the
first
fuck?
thought is, Jamberman, were you doing mushrooms again?
Uh,
No,
doing- At least he doesn't think so.
I don't think so.
So Sebastian and Boga both appear in the room. Sebastian, this is the first time you've been out in the air, for a while. So you're getting kind of kick of fresh air. It's like an assault on the nostrils almost. And the two of you, like pebbles, just fly out of your pockets as you appear in this new space.
And my hand is on the hilt of my sword. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Oh,
Oh,
okay, we're good.
is
We're
it
good.
over? Did we
Yep.
win? Did we get the did we get the things?
I don't know.
believe so.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I got a
Nice.
gift for our friend, and I shake the
Okay.
line.
Oh, egg. Ooh. You're not sharing that, are you?
No, I'm giving it to Heraxis. He's been a good host.
Oh, well, awesome.
He
Maybe
might
he'll share. Yes. So it is then maybe a couple of minutes later that the rest of the party is beginning to arrive. But Jamberman, even as you're standing here and reacclimating to your surroundings, you finally do figure out that you're back in Haraxon's safe house, essentially. But things are weird. It's like your motions are barely, registering to the nerves in your brain. You're starting to gain consciousness in a way, but you almost feel like there's still some part of you that isn't quite right.
Is it like what's the best way to phrase this? Is it like an out-of-body experience, or more like just inebriated?
I would say it's mostly described as inebriation, but not really in a traditional sense. I mean, I'm assuming that you've probably been drunk at some point, or Jamberman's been drunk at some point in his life. As somebody who uses magic, you've had a various number of effects. You've been an adventurer, so you've been hit with, confusion spells and poisons. This is weird, though. This is exceptionally weird. Do me a favor and make me an Arcana check. You're getting of sound enough mind that I would allow such a thing.
Oh
And-
boy.
And now, the rest of the party arrives.
Yippee!
As they arrive, I just stand proud. Yeah, we totally kicked ass. And like,
Arcana checks are my favorite.
God,
God.
damn.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
one number lower and it would have been an auto fail.
So
And the
here's
funny thing is, it probably succeeds with the 2.
here's the thing. You are aware a little bit of what kind of condition that you're afflicted with right now. It's not any spell that you know of. It's actually almost the opposite. Right now, you are feeling an absolutely overwhelming and overloaded amount of power from the weave. It is like your system has had too much energy placed into it. Like you're an overclocked battery, and it's caused
God.
your circuits to fry. This kind of thing is
He's a
very this kind of thing is very common in only one place, and that's very young sorcerers, but you are not a sorcerer. This is not usually something that doesn't involve an intense magical accident or perhaps some kind of mishap involving magic itself. It's it's unknown what is causing this affliction on you. You don't remember doing any dangerous casting. You don't remember interacting with anything particularly weave enwreathed. And as your condition begins to kind of slowly fade in full, and you can feel the energy kind of pouring back out of you, you're normal again.
I was just like an overcharged battery.
What's a battery?
Wait. Hold on, hold on,
kidding.
hold on. You caught me way off guard there. He's not a sorcerer?
No, I'm a wizard.
What?
How are you
Why didn't
unaware
anybody
of this?
tell me?
How are you not aware of this?
Jabberman, to be fair, you don't do a lot of talking or talking about yourself, and I don't believe that the introductions were really that intense between you and
Okay.
Celera. For the most part,
It probably
I-
wouldn't be all that out of the park of Clear to not know exactly
May-
what kind of magic caster Jammerman is.
So strictly player knowledge, but sorcerers can only have 15 spells, and I have a lot more than that.
well, no,
Well,
no
yeah,
joy.
I was joking. I was
Oh, okay.
making a funny gaff.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether you were being literal or not.
Oh shit! Hold
just
on one
just a
second.
literal, like, you just hear from the background is like, yeah, I'm a wizard, and then you just hear Slayer on the background. What? The fuck?
I don't know what this means.
God. No, I thought you were a bard. Oh wait, we already have a bard.
Yeah, but he's not a very
Yes, I'm a
bardy bard.
fire bard.
Womp womp.
So, you're clear of head now, and everyone has once again gathered together. The last time, just as a reminder,
Beetlejuice.
you guys were able to get the names of the leaders of the Society of Peoples. Does anybody remember what they are?
Oh wait, wait.
Sorry, I
Oh,
was
no,
going.
I had to fill up a sink, but I have them.
I'll let the note taker, proper note taker do it, but I have it here.
Hold on, I gotta zoom in.
Why wouldn't you say it?
Tiny
It's
zoom in.
it's your quest, bro.
Oh,
I don't want to rob from them.
well, then, no, if you've got it, you want to say it. I won't.
Okay, because it's like you're so eager to get your notes. It's like I can't stop this. I gotta.
It's fine.
He just like slowly lowers the massive like filing cabinet underneath the table. You hear the sound of a metal drawer shutting.
Okay,
Back
the
into
first
his
one
robes.
I might not get the pronunciation right. The second one I think I got it. It's the first one is El Unji. However you pronounce that.
Well, consider how you pronounce your own name.
Tunes.
It would likely be pronounced Elyunge.
For Ellie.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, and you'll.
How's it spelled?
and-
E-L-U-G-E?
Eliunj.
Yeah,
E-L-I-U-N-J.
Yolt at the end.
Yolnj.
Elyon.
And then
It's
The second
Yolnj,
one
and you
is-
can't tell me otherwise.
is Kyle.
That's correct, Kyle.
It's Kyle!
Dude, oh my god.
It would be really on brand if it was no.
Kill. Ding. Anyway,
The adding the ding. I hate you.
Kyle Yolt.
so everyone has reconvened. Yes, and so the question is, what are you guys going to do? Braxton is currently not here. he may be off doing something, but you guys have some stuff. You know that it will be a while before he'll have the items that you guys had ordered. Now, I just want to make sure I've got about 16k worth of items that Celira wants to order, and Jen, you just wanted to get a broom of flying, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
complete my witch's outfit here of red and black cape with floppy witch hat.
Yes, indeed. So I've got that all. Am I missing anybody that had something that they were buying from?
Cape of enlargement for me.
Oh, that's right. That was I'm
Uh,
gonna readjust that.
I really wish enlargement did more.
Only thing I wanted him to do was give me a price check, and I was gonna wait till after we do our little adventure here to
Right.
pay for it.
I do have a creature to bestow upon Boga so that the poor
What?
thing does not
What?
what?
You have a creature for me?
Oh, I thought you were saying what. I was like,
Oh.
we talked
Oh.
about this. But if I remember correctly, because they did slip my mind a little bit. They should be in here, I think.
Yes. Hanging out with the dog.
Yes. Because unfortunately, I do not want this one to go neglected as Gildora and several others have. And I figured since the paladin or the main paladin already has, his dog that because if I remember correctly, oh goodness, what does the fox do?
It can
I
help.
swear
It can
has
use the
something
help
to do with
action.
advantage.
Help action and
Right,
such.
okay, yeah. But I figured since Bogo was really the only other person in the party that's like consistently a melee fighter, rather than most of the rest of us who just kind of stay in the back and sling spells or occasionally stab people. But yeah, a fox that I think I wrote the description down of. I may have been stupid if I did not.
I have got it in any case. So you are intending to bequeath this fox upon Sir Boga the Great. So he takes
Yes,
a look at the
indeed,
creature.
Lord Boga the Fifth.
Lord Boga, paragon of flip rocks. So he takes a look at the little brown fox, and he says, "Yeah, thank you. I don't think that Boga can ride this thing, but it's very
well,
cute."
I didn't mean to ride it. That's
Oh no, Boga will
suppose-
take very good care of it. Promises.
I suppose
Promises.
I probably haven't explained to Boga the or Boga probably doesn't know the details of the whole soul bond thing.
Yeah, no, you did a thing. I thought I watched you. You do like some waving of the hands, do some magic stuff, and wha-bam! The animal is much better.
That's
Oh,
about
well,
sums it
yeah,
up.
I guess that is one way to put it. But essentially, as I did with Sebastian, I could do the same for you with this fox, and I believe that doing so would, bleh, I can talk, would make him much more of use to you, or
Ah,
her. I forget. I'm
well,
sorry. I have such a small brain.
Boga is very thankful. So, need to come up with name for fox, and then we'll probably not take on much adventures right this second, because you need to teach spell, yes?
Do I need to teach it to him, or can I do it for him?
I have to remind myself. Oh, no, yeah, you can do it for him if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I'll just say, well, I can either teach it to you, or I can do it for you if you'd like.
Let's do it. Let's have you do it in a little while. We have some business to attend to.
That's fine by me. I just wanted to tell you about that before I forgot again.
So, speaking of said business, what are you guys going to do now?
Well,
Well, if we're waiting for her accent. Is there
Yeah,
anywhere else that I could sell potions to in Scales?
I
Oh.
don't think there are any specific I don't think there are any specific places, but there is indeed a merchants guild here in Scales. You know a member.
And he could probably
Really?
haggle
No,
for you.
sorry. Sorry, that's probably what?
Haggle for you.
I mean, I guess it could be worth giving a shot rather than, trying to go directly to shops.
Unfortunately though, Dusty, you remember
Oh.
that you can't. You're banned.
That's
Right.
right. I can't go into the guild.
Mhm.
The guild is not in good standing with your family in the slightest, for reasons still unknown.
Mm. That makes me a little bit unsure about dealing with them, especially because we don't know what happened. I feel like it would be risky going to them for something without actually knowing what the full situation going on there is.
Up to you.
I mean, I had enough money to get the magic stuff I wanted, so honestly, it's not like it would kill me if I have to interspersedly sell them across various towns and stores and whatnot.
hmm
I just have to make sure I keep track of it on the list. Though I honestly might consider. Part of me has considered actually going to the store again just to see if, because I mentioned to you earlier, I'm specifically hoping to find medium strength plant ingredients that I can cultivate myself at the garden. But so far,
Okay.
all of the medium strength ingredients that I have are literally all monster parts and gemstones. And last time I checked, gemstones don't grow on trees.
That is true. It is impossible. Though, I'm pretty sure you can grow some gemstones in terrariums. That is not a technology that we have access to. So, if you want, you can take some time to make your way over to the. I have a brain in my head. You can make your way over to the potion shop, and we can take care of that as a
I
thing.
probably should just because I'm not looking to do like super in-depth shopping.
So,
really, just anything that would be medium strength. Because I know, especially the got major strength. I was forgetting that phrase. Most of the major stuff is either not plantable or unable to be cultivated, like the sap or the mole moss.
So,
Or well, not unable to be cultivated, but not something you can grow in a garden.
So what I want you to do then is I want you to come up with something that you actually want to get. If it's anything medium, I'll just see if there's anything there. But as far
I
as
guess
that goes,
the main one would be medium healing. Let me probably medium healing, medium paralysis, just to have a consistent source of those.
okay. So if that's the thing, then I'm gonna move on from that, and I'll take care of that in the background here, and move that on to everyone else for the time being.
Okay.
Well, for me personally, I don't think there's anything specific I have to do at the moment if we're just waiting for Hexen, because I think I already got taken care of the whole thing with the supplier.
Yeah, you did that
So,
last time.
yeah. So, technically speaking, I don't have anything in particular I need to do at the moment. And I don't have... I think everything that I had to sell, I already sold. I do have some gemstones, but I'd rather give those to somebody who can actually use them rather than just sell them outright. So, yeah, honestly, I don't have anything. So I guess what I'll do is I'll spend my time playing with my dog and I guess also some praying. I said that and Sigurd's head darted up. I'm sorry,
Play
buddy.
me?
I didn't
Okay.
mean that
Which Sigurd?
in the real one.
I also say maybe medium poison. I would add to that list. But that's all I can think of immediately. Those are like the healing and the paralysis. I would probably want to keep like half to actually use and half to consistently sell. Trying to think of any other ones that would be good to sell. And I guess outside of the gems, it really doesn't matter the specific ingredient. All medium potions will sell for the exact same rate. So,
Mm-hmm.
what would be in demand, though, is the question.
So, since everybody else seems to still be figuring out what they want to do, and I would encourage you guys to figure out what you guys want to do, like, in full as a party as well. As you go there, the items that they're selling that fit your description are Snow Root, Gelsemium, and Deadly Nightshade. That's what they have on offer.
Oh, is Gelsemium medium?
Yes.
I swear I have. Oh, right, Gelsemium is medium. Okay, so sorry, you said Gelsemium, Snow Root, and what was the third one?
Deadly Nightshade. You can buy a unit of
Deadly
each for
Nightshade,
200 gold a
okay.
pop.
So Snow Root and Deadly Nightshade. Okay, 200 gold a piece. I believe I do already have Gelsemium. Yes, Gelsemium is already in the garden. So I forgot about that, apparently. I guess probably 4 units each of Snow Root and Nightshade.
Okay. Wow. All right. So that will be 800 per, so that's going to be 1600 gold
Okay.
for the whole kit and
This is
caboodle.
all in the name of cultivation.
So the
1600.
double bubble proprietors are going to make quite a bit of money from you today, but you acquire the ingredients that you're looking for.
Goodness, my math brain is falling apart right now. 8,000 minus okay, yeah. Jesus Christ.
So
There
as
we go.
far as our overall plan for taking care of this issue here, I think that should be an important point of topic here.
True.
Because we have all the documentation we need, don't we?
Well,
Right.
hopefully the memory ribbon is enough to prove it to them.
Okay. So we have to take that to where we were going to take that to the king, I think, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah, because the only thing we really needed was just knowing the names, but I think we did also want to, like, indict them and make it known that they were involved with all that shit.
Right.
Also, speaking of strategy, do any of you know how to deal with changelings or so, or have anything to deal with them?
Well,
No.
I would assume out of all of us, you would know the best.
Well, I'll just assume true sight on my end.
If you're talking about particularly fighting, I just slash and stab at what's in
Because
front of me.
I'm suspecting they might play a bit dirty tactics to make it a bit more difficult to attack.
Well, I don't think I have anything true sight related, even spell wise, because my level of spells is on the middling.
Ah, hold on. Idea. If we happen to run into any changelings disguising themselves as one of us, for any reason, we will look at each other and we'll say, "Do the thing," and then we'll come up with a thing we have to do.
That isn't the concern actually, because of the voice chat. My biggest concern is
Oh,
my
that's
friend.
true.
My friend is the bigger concern, but we won't have any idea who she is if they disguise as her.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think any of the rest of this even know what she looks like other than a possible description.
Well, yes, you actually do know what she looks like, because she looks
It-
like my old Dragonborn. Look.
I don't. Well, I guess I don't know if because how long ago was that? Because I feel like Kunch has been red for as long as I can remember.
Since we went back to Dover Novice.
What?
Yep, that's when I changed it.
When we went back for the first like really
Yeah.
big.
Oh, the
before
first
we
time
went
I
to
was here.
Rook
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would definitely hear whenever I was a White Dragonborn.
Oh god.
I mean,
Why do I do this to myself? Ah!
How dare you?
I dropped my dice again.
I do not remember what that looks like myself. So.
Okay, well that's fair.
It looks like
Um,
Cameron bent over at his desk, searching around on the floor for dice.
Yep, I
Sounds
did.
like it.
You're correct.
Guess we could also ask Haraxin if he has anything that might, or any items he knows that could help.
I
I
mean, to
have-
be fair, the do the thing would also work with her, though I imagine it would be fairly awkward to introduce the idea because we don't even know like what kind of situation she's currently in. Just imagine getting like a ping in your head, like, "Hey, if somebody asks you to do the thing, like put your thumbs together and stick your tongue
Well,
out or something."
True, and I always have the sending spell, so that is always an option too.
You could just tell her, like, if we see her say do the thing and then come up with some really, like, out of the box thing that no one would ever guess. Like, I don't know, just yell pickle or something.
I'll just ask her which one
We
she.
could just do a code word, yeah.
I'll
don't
just
necessarily
ask.
have to-
I mean, if I find her, I'll just ask her if she sees me, or where she is in terms of.
Aw, Sebastian fucking snaps his fingers like, I wanted to do a thing. as he walks over and pouts in the corner,
Oh well.
going back to
Oh,
playing,
no, I can't.
playing with his dog.
But yeah, I guess that's one way. But like I said, I'll ask for Axon if he has anything that could aid in that.
Okay, well, he is currently not here, so you just want to wait around and ask him if he has anything that can assist in the fight against,
Look at this.
basically, illusion effects, changelings, doing things like True Sight, that kind of thing.
Yeah, see if he
Okay.
has anything on
Okay.
those lines.
So lower end spell scrolls actually aren't that expensive. That is another
I
thing.
do have a true seeing spell that we can use.
Is that something that can affect at least a majority of us? Or would it just? Well, I
Well,
guess it wouldn't really
it's
matter
one
because if you can
person
see it and you
yeah,
can tell
I can
us,
only cast it on one person.
yeah.
Go rub a little
But-
lotion in their eyes and give you true sight.
The group chat is insane.
Yes, it is an awesome spell. I don't know why more people don't use it.
That's-
Saddened that nobody wants to do the thing.
I was willing to do the thing, but it just seems like there are better, more consistent options. Oh,
But
I'd
are
have
they
an
more
issue with
fun?
the thing is knowing me, I'd have to throw a wrench into it.
Of course.
But it would be exactly what Oculars would do. Is you'd say do the thing, and he would look at you, take a moment, and then do the wrong thing.
But you see, that behavior would be expected, so I'd know it was you. Because if I said do the thing and you did something, I know it was you. Just because I know you're deliberately fucking with me. God damn it. Well, in any case, best thing to do, wait for Haraxin to get back so we can talk to him, and then figure out what exactly we need to do. Because obviously we know we need to deliver the information to the king. How long is it going to take for Haraxin to get here? Because we could do that now while we wait for him. Or wait. No, maybe that's not a good idea.
Could I still be out bitches be shopping? At the moment?
Yeah, sure. You're not sure when Haraxin's going to be back, FYI. Again, so you guys can just wait around. Or you can do other.
Okay.
Is there a specific shop that would be selling spell scrolls?
I'd have to look
Or would
at.
that have been in the magic item shop that
I think that
is
might
no
have been in
longer
the
here?
magic. I think that might have been in the magic item
Ah.
shop. I don't think that they
God
have
damn
that here anymore.
I'm really helping, aren't I?
I could also just send a sending to Haraxin again. Figure out where he is.
That is true.
Mhm.
I guess I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to give Jen another stone to let me poof back to Omanavas whenever I want to do that, since there is no longer a magic item seller in Scale.
Trying to see.
I mean,
So
I could ask Haraxin for those spell scrolls as well, but then we'd be waiting even longer. So
True.
okay, yeah, it doesn't look like there's specifically a spell scroll shop here in Volbot. Unfortunate.
well, I mean, we could always go tell the king in the meantime, because I mean, probably, I mean, they're gonna realize that and I'm realizing now they're gonna realize that their captive is gone any moment now if they haven't already.
Oh yeah, that's true. We should
So
True.
probably
we
yeah.
actually
Okay.
probably should go tell the king ASAP.
I will definitely send a sending real quick to Haraxin and let him know that we're heading over to the King's present our evidence right now.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
Go get a scrap of paper, write on it, leave it with the wine bottle somewhere safe in his hideout here that he might find it.
okay, so in that case, then the sending is sent, and you guys, and so you're leaving. You said you were going to leave the bottle where? Sorry.
Just somewhere that he'll find it, but won't necessarily be out for anybody that might come
Hmm.
into his storehouse there to just wander off with.
Okay, all right. We'll say that you stuff it away in a kitchen cabinet somewhere behind what appears to be, we'll say, a well-used shaker of sugar.
Okay. With just a nice note on it saying a gift from the Ridiculous Seven
God.
to our
What a,
friend Haraxis for all his hard work.
what a fucking name.
Okay, so you guys make your way, after hiding away the bottle, over to the king's castle. And being who you are, at this point, nobody is really going to stop you. You guys march on in right through the front doors, and
Probably not smart.
do you guys want to do
Rev up
something
those
else?
fryers.
What?
Do you guys want to do
No, I
something
meant
else
it-
then?
No, I was saying it's probably not smart for them not to stop.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
It seems like as of right now, the king is having open doors. You know, his main throne room is currently wide open, and there's a good number of people actually gathered inside. As of right now, there's probably people asking for political favors, offering gifts, you know, the kind of thing that you have to deal with as a king when it's not
A king's
wartime.
open mic night.
It's like a poetry
Probably-
slam.
We probably shouldn't
I
blurt
want-
out our findings
I
among
want-
all
Oh,
of the
no.
other people here.
I want
I guess like
you
our
to
best
change the
idea
zoning laws.
is to just kind of get in line, just like
Probably
stand
not.
in line to talk to him, or maybe
Not
we
bark
should
and
like
go, King, we have something important to tell you. What? Can we go to a different room?
like you might want to wait. Maybe we should wait until everybody in here is about to leave, because it's possible if this is like.
I mean,
Here's the thing.
considering if he's having like an open door, like people coming in, I don't imagine that it's going to be empty anytime soon.
Well, does there look like there's a lot of very important nobles in this
Mm,
hall, or is it mostly just like
Sebastian, I want you to make me a what
if
would
you
be
say
an appropriate
investigation,
check?
I'm screwed?
What would be an appropriate check? Insight.
Uh-oh. Come on, baby. Give me a high roll. Oh, it's okay.
Sebastian's brain is working on an average level.
So, being somebody who does actually come from a noble family by creation, not by birth,
Hell yeah.
essentially, you recognize
what does
when there's
that
a lot
mean?
of
Hold
important.
on.
I'm pretty
Hold on,
sure
backpedal.
Blade wasn't a noble
Sebastian
when he
was
started.
cor-
Yeah,
No, Glade became a noble.
That's what I mean.
Sebastian was born a noble.
well, I was
No,
Referencing
Sebastian
your
was-
family.
Sebastian was made
Yeah,
of a tube.
Your
okay.
family is a
Yeah.
made family of noblehood rather than a
I-
long-time born family of noblehood.
Dude, I'm apparently a test tube baby, but we're not going to talk about that.
Whoa.
New lore? Whoa!
Honey,
Can't-
the newt is growing.
Did you just
Oh, no,
call me a noob?
dude, this is gonna be a weird fucking question, but do Dragonborn lay eggs or not? Because I was gonna say, is it possible to do the
pretty
like
sure
the
they
belly
don't.
button check?
It might be. It might be a thing, but
Anyway,
I'd
this
actually
is a-
have
this
to
is a
learn
fucking
new
tangent. I'm
Dragonborn.
sorry.
lore.
I'm Googling it.
Anyway, no, don't Google. Oh my god.
Please, oh god, why?
Oh, it's actually a quite frequently asked question. Yeah, they lay eggs. Let's go.
Damn it! So we can't even check. We have no way of knowing that if he's a test tube baby.
Damn, bro, that sucks. Anyway,
Anyway,
what's going on, Dominic?
what Glade did was he injected his DNA into a chicken egg.
Right,
That's why you're blue.
right.
That checks out.
One of those blue roosters or blue hens from Stardew Valley, I think. Or was
Anyway,
is that a
game
mod?
time.
Anyway, Sebastian. Yes, you got me sidetracked. There appears to be a few nobles here, but actually you're seeing more or less what might be military leaders and or perhaps business owners. Casting a glance around the room, you even take note that there appears to be somebody with a significantly similar emblem to the one that our good friend Jen wears, likely meaning they're from the Wishing Ring Guild. They are the ones who finished their business most recently, and they kind of move on past the line, barely taking note of your party in the crowd. So,
Okay.
Thinker.
as long as you guys aren't
then-
aborting mission,
So my my thought process was if there were a bunch of really high-ranking, important nobles in this room, blurting out, to the king that we found information on the traffickers with connections to many powerful people.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't really think it's a good idea to blurt it out regardless of who's here.
Well, yes,
True.
yes. I'm aware. That's why the thought crossed my mind. Fucking sue me.
I think
Anyway,
probably we should just wait in line until it is our turn,
that's
and then
yes.
tell him quietly. And if
Yes.
he needs to know more, we can
Yes.
saunter
Yeah.
off into another area.
I
so
could probably empty the room faster.
God
No
damn it!
terrorism.
No.
It wasn't
No,
a terrorism,
no,
I was just
no.
gonna walk up and go person by person, changing into them.
What
New
the
face
what?
memorized. New
That-
face
that-
memorized.
That is, I'm pretty sure, psychological terror.
But you can't
If
tell me
not, if not, just harassment, maybe.
that some of these people would leave, or the king would pull us aside.
And tell us to fucking knock it off. Anyway,
Well, yes,
all
but we
right.
talked to him alone.
I think we're probably already, as much as we were in his good graces, we're probably already a little bit on the thinker side after sending an entire village's worth of sick people into his castle without any warning whatsoever.
Just like, hey,
some warning.
fair warning.
No warning.
Did
Did we give him warning? I don't think we did.
No
Yeah,
warning.
we did. It was average
Oh.
warning. It's like,
It
hey, we're
was-
cashing in our favor. Take these sick people
Okay.
in.
But yeah, anyway, I mean that.
So
that-
you guys
I've
are going to
stated
wait in
my-
line, or are we committing psychological terror?
I'm waiting
My
in
spirit
line.
is going
We're
to
waiting
wait
in
in
line.
line.
I'm
I
tempted
guess
to hold.
we can't really stop him if he really wants to commit psychological terrorism.
I mean,
but
I could try to grab him, but we know he'll get away. There's no point.
just
wait
hold
now.
him above your head.
Yeah, what did you say? Did you say
I'll
you'll
wait for now.
wait for now? Excellent choice.
Got it.
So
He has a little self-control.
you guys find a little bit of purchase in the line, and you wait. You wait for, it's actually not too long, probably roughly 10-20 minutes before the few people who have some very simple requests or things just kind of move in and out. So you guys are next, and as you approach, the king, he, just looks over and says, "Ah, my friends from, well, I think you're all from a lot of different places, but saviors of my country,
Not really anyone in particular.
stoppers of the war, and ender of the life of my traitorous old assistant. What can I do for you?"
Did we ever I
Well-
forget. Did we ever confront him and us knowing that
Yes,
he's
Yes.
alive still?
yes,
Yes, we did.
No, yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay.
Greetings, sire. We have very sensitive and important information for you, and we'd like to perhaps keep it on the down low.
down low.
I
Okay.
should not have said down low. That is not. That is.
What is the
On-
nature of
on-
this
on-
information? What is the nature of this information? I'm inclined to trust you, but I would like to
Can
at
I
least
have, like,
know a baseline.
Does do we have
Let's see.
the events recorded in the book? At least
The
mostly
book is
truthfully?
not a reliable source of information. That's like going to InfoWars for your news.
Jesus.
Anyway, sorry. That's
Well, I
that's
have an inkwell and ink pen. I don't think I have anything to write on, so I don't know if because part of me is worried to even just try to whisper. 'Cause
I
you never know.
it
when they're
is-
listening.
it is the nature of high crime that we
High
must report.
crime. High crime. And you felt this pertinent enough not to bring it to my guards or my military, but to me.
I am 100% confident we did the right thing in coming to you.
He turns to his new assistant and says, "Allow me a few minutes. I'm going to go into another room and discuss this with our friends here. I will be back. Instruct the guards not to let a riot break out between these people. They tend to fight sometimes." "Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir." And he stands up from his throne and says, "Come with me." And he leads you.
Make sure these whores don't start fighting over scraps.
His head whips around to glare at you.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
He leads you. He leads you.
Dominic, assuming I'm talking in character for the 978th
It's
time.
funnier that way. Come on. You can't get a little bit of royal stink eye every now and again?
Funnier when
Unfortunate.
every distasteful comment I make reflects on my character's my character's character.
To be fair, you aren't muttering jokes about positive comments like ever, so
Yeah,
you
because
go.
positive comments aren't funny.
you weave them in. Anyway, he leads you to a side room. And it's basically, it looks to be just like a waiting room, somewhere if you really needed to wait for a meeting for a long while that you could relax in their nice lavish chairs. There's lovely plants in here, and even somebody had originally set out a canteen of water. Canteen? No, what's the word I'm looking for?
Pitcher.
I guess it would be,
Pitcher.
I guess there could be a pitcher of water.
The dreaded
It's a
pitcher.
dog bowl.
Right.
It's a dog bowl for the nobles to use.
What shape are you thinking of here? Dom?
Balls of
Is it the what,
water.
Dominic? It's the pitcher. It's
No,
the
it is not
pitcher.
the pitcher.
It's the pitcher.
What is the picture?
Leave
Am
me
I dumb?
alone! Ah!
When we
I'm just
worked
gonna
for
say the
Crate
words
and
crate and barrel, and that's
It's
where I'm gonna leave it.
dreaded,
Oh,
The king,
yeah, I
dreaded fucking pitcher.
the
I'm
king.
guessing just a bunch of rich fucks who wanted a specific picture. And it
No,
often caused a lot of
no,
problems.
no. I will tell this
no.
story after the stream. Somebody remind me to
Yeah,
tell the
okay.
story after the stream, or if we have some
Okay.
downtime. So, the king shuts the door, and with a hefty sigh, says, "All right, out with it. What is this high crime that you're here to report, and for what purpose is it coming directly to me?"
Well, the only way I can describe it as we proof of those behind the Society of Peoples.
Sorry, the Society of Peoples. You will have to.
A large organization of slave traders.
Ah! Slave
And,
traders.
We have evidence, at least, in the. I believe he's been exposed to the memory ribbon before. Didn't we use it to show some to him in the past? Or am
I actually
forgetting?
don't think so.
I don't think you've been exposed
I
to a
don't think
memory
we've
ribbon.
ever used the
Well,
memory ribbons
guess-
on him
Or he's been.
specifically.
We do technically, it's still technically evidence, even if it's hard to extract evidence. We have evidence of their link to a specific house in Scales, the
Oh,
Desert
joy.
Thorn specifically.
I'll hold up the ribbon. 'Cause
What is this?
You've seen them before, at least. It's a memory ribbon.
Oh,
So-
yes, you gave that to my military chief. Okay. All right, show it to me. And he like holds out his hands and he like takes a position like he's supposed to do something.
Okay. I think only other people
Was it-
who have only other people
Was it
with
that?
the spell can really view it.
I'm confirming that this is the case.
Okay, this can't be. Is it- It's not memory thief, is it?
It's encoded thoughts.
Oh, okay. Cause I'm looking at this and I was like, fourth order metamorphosis? What the fuck is that?
I'm going through a metamorphosis.
I did see. What is this from?
I am in my
Flee
cocoon. I shall
mortal.
sprout wings.
I have no idea what this is. Oh, encode thoughts area. Okay.
Oh boy. So- The memory strand is indeed completely worthless to the king, as he does not have the spell prepared. And also he doesn't know it. And he's not exactly magically inclined. So he waits there for a moment, he says, "Hang on, I will fetch somebody who can read it." And he goes out the door, and you hear him open the door, and he shouts, it's something. He shouts the name of his assistant and says, "I need you to bring me one of our mages, and quickly, if you would. Leave the guards to deal with the rabble for now." And he shuts the door, and he stands in the room, and you wait.
Well,
While
looks
I
like you
wait,
can
I'm gonna
also
pull
use
out my
detect
honey
thoughts
soaked
on
bacon.
it, so it's not
I'm
super exclusive, but yeah.
I'm just gonna share my bacon with Boga, or not my bacon, my jerky.
The king
honey
looks. The
broth.
king looks at the jerky, and you see that his eyes like narrow. He says, "Where'd you get that?
I bought it
Where?
at the market. I bought
Where?
jerky and I bought
Which market?
honey at the Scales market.
Oh,
Well, it's not the
You know, I
special
think
kind. Damn.
Have
Got
you
me
ever
excited
tried
for a
it?
moment.
Have you ever tried it soaked in honey?
Yes,
I think it might.
I've had the
might-
best honey jerky from. Oh, I believe
God,
it's
are we
Cricket.
getting new honey jerky lore?
A fellow connoisseur! I have never met one other than you.
If you actually have any of the stuff from Crick yet, then you can talk to me. But
Okay, you're gonna need to tell me where this place is right now.
Cameron, that's
So
where
I
you
can-
originally bought it, in Crick yet.
Yeah, that's
Really?
where you bought the
Wait,
recipe
really?
from.
Yes.
I did?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
No, wait. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Let me check.
No,
You're
wait, yeah.
right. You're right. Oh my god. That is the play. It's Sebastian. I'm just going to say that Sebastian just forgot, and then it finally clicks in his head. And he's like, oh, wait. Yes, that is where I got it.
The door opens
Oh, right,
and a
that is the
man
place.
and a man in a robe walks in as the two of you are
It's too
screaming at
late.
each other about bacon. Or not bacon, jerky. But you don't have any of that because you already went through all of your honey jerky from Crick yet, and you
Well,
said
no,
that you
that-
bought honey and jerky from the market and mixed them together. Am I not mistaken?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So the two of
So
you
I'm
are
just being
arguing
stupid.
about honey.
No,
jerky,
I'm being dumb.
And-
Exactly.
And the guy stands. The guy comes in. He's like, "Sire, you requested me." Yes.
Oh,
come on.
sorry. Mouthful of honey jerky. I back off.
Now,
Very cool.
Now, unfortunately, my court mage is going to have to hear this, to be the one to see whatever is on this strip. So, I'm going to make it clear that since I can't read this, and this appears to be your evidence for the crime, he has to hear it. Is that alright?
I don't see a problem with it as long as you trust him.
Fantastic. No more complications.
And,
Go on. Read
thankfully,
it.
I don't believe evidence within is all too graphic. It's
Oh
mostly
my.
textual documents.
Oh, the court mage like holds his hand and is like, "Thank God, I'm a bit squeamish." And he grabs the strand from you without asking, and he pulls it up and he twangs it and looks at it and begins casting the spell. You see the magical arcane energy flow from the strand and into his eyes, kind of like a stream of data and sigils. And you see, yes, words, Vince. Oh no,
Yes.
Sire.
words.
Sire, this is textbook trafficking.
We've got
Yes.
a first time flight against you, Cameron. The average length of memory for a D&D player is that of a rather studious gnat.
Hey, look, man. It's been a while, okay, since that happened.
Where's Sebastian stuffed the memory strand of him
new
buying the
person
jerky?
here. I can't see the name because it's
I
so
totally
small.
didn't leave it in the cart, you know?
So it's like, yeah, I know this is about this is about trafficking. Is it worthwhile evidence? Oh, right.
Let's see.
Yes. We don't have the papers, but I can imagine that you could have your guards seize all of the documents inside. It is your right as the king. Fantastic! We just got done with a war, and we've had human traffickers in the city for a long time. Brilliant! Oh, my day just keeps
don't-
getting better.
I don't mean to add any.
Oh,
Oh.
I was...
Well, go on.
Oh, great! No,
No,
pile
I
it
was-
on! Pile it on!
I swallow the last piece of jerky as all right. I don't mean to make this worse, but it's possible we may need to act quickly. Well, it's possible that they may know something's up.
Okay. I'll
get
send
our
my guards right
information.
away. Here, look. And he points to his assistant. Get the guards to search the Thornrose residence immediately. Post haste. And you can
bad.
tell them that if they do it within the next hour, I will have a raise on their pay. Yes, sir. She walks over to the nearest, guard. You could hear him outside it, and she gives him this feel, and then you hear Metal Boots sprinting. There.
A raise! Let's go, brothers!
There. Speed acquired. Now, is there any more great news that you would like to bestow upon me about the state of my kingdom?
No, but the neighboring one is now free of undead.
Brilliant! And once they have trade again, we can continue to get some of their brilliant resources. Fantastic, some good news. I will not be able to do much about that myself, though. But good to keep in mind. Thank you.
I
And
thought it
he
was
gestures to the
something
pitcher.
Good, at least.
Please, feel free to partake.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Would they need any help searching the place?
No, it's my god, and quite frankly, I'm not hiring you all out to clearly go and raid a place that you've already been in, which I will ignore. I will
technically
ignore
speaking,
whatever the reason you were in there was. I don't know it's crime. Not yet. I might find out.
We did have information beforehand that they were most
Doesn't-
likely involved in
That doesn't
trafficking.
make it not a crime. You should stop
Wait.
talking while in the presence of a lawful official.
Technically, we were invited in. Technically speaking,
Oh,
we
great.
did not break in.
We
We
don't
walked
have
through
to
the
add-
front door.
Sebastian, you don't have to add the technically.
No,
That
but
makes it
you're
sound
right.
Worse.
No,
Hmm?
we
I'm
were
sorry.
invited in.
I didn't
We
hear
were
a word
invited
starting
in.
with T.
We technically didn't break out.
Stop saying technically. That makes it sound
The king,
worse.
as you
Hey,
guys
in
are
fact, they
arguing,
imprisoned us. They
leaves the room.
imprisoned us.
He leaves the room,
Try to poison.
leaving you in the room alone with his assistant and his court mage, who just stand there awkwardly while you guys are arguing with each other.
We didn't commit any crimes. They committed crimes against us. That's the truth.
Anyway,
As a paladin of vengeance, I cannot lie about this.
I
I
don't
would have broken
suppose-
my oath.
Believe me,
I don't
anyway.
suppose
so-
we have much left to do here then if he's been informed and they're sending guards, because that was the primary thing we wanted to let him know was to get that taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think that
Yeah.
kind of solves our problem. Like, honestly, I think
Technically,
what
you're
we
all
have left
incriminating
is said.
yourself since technically hilarious. Yes, indeed.
Well, okay. Reality. I'm just gonna say this, okay? There was no crime committed. If you really think
That's
about
not
it.
true.
There was.
That is demonstrably
Name
untrue.
one.
There is a
Name
missing
one
bottle of
crime.
expensive
Just
wine.
because we
I-
deceived them to be allowed in doesn't mean that it wasn't a crime. Like I'm pretty sure
I-
deceive. Like if you
Unlawful
lie
entry.
to somebody at a secure building to get inside, you're still trespassing.
Exactly. And also, you guys stole wine, so
Yes.
Wait, we didn't tell him that, did we?
We trespassed. We technically stole. We purveyed and captured private
As you-
documents.
As you
Uh,
proclaim actual evidence of crime, Sebastian's gonna cover his ears and pretend like you're
No,
not.
not all the time. Sometimes
court
it's
wizard
okay
has
to
gone.
commit crime.
he's out.
They're gone.
He's no longer in the room.
I'm gonna technically go back to the carts and get them ready for travel in the future.
We-
So
we-
you
we
guys
should-
can-
We
Coon
should
just
probably
left the
go
room.
back.
Yeah.
I don't think the king wants to hear any more news from us anyway. So we should
Yeah, that's
probably head
yeah.
back
You
to,
know what? Let's just go. Let's just shuffle
Harax
out
and
the
see if
door.
he's gotten back in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So-
nope. We don't need to have this.
You guys
conversation
make your
anymore.
way out, leaving behind
damn
a trail of technicalities in your wake, and you make your way back to Haraxon's safe house.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
god.
As you arrive at the safe house, you find that it is indeed occupied by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Haraxon. And he's
There
like,
he is.
My
Oh.
fucking man. No, sorry.
hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. I definitely have a
hello,
different
we're-
accent than I did before, maybe.
We're back from displeasing your father.
mhm.
Oh, good. I hope you did as good a job as I.
I go get my gift for him.
Oh, so you make your way over to the cabinet and you open it, and behind the sugar shaker, it's not there. Oh, are you looking for the wine bottle? I found it earlier. It was it was Where did you get that? Wait, probably don't need to know.
La, la,
But-
la, la,
Yeah,
la,
Well,
la,
I
la,
mean,
la, la,
good
la,
soon
vintage.
la,
enough,
la,
your
la.
Technically,
father
it
will
was
your
stolen,
father's
but
god will probably
worry about
be possession of quite a lot of it.
Ooh,
I
I might
think
have
five
to
people spoke at once.
I might have
Sorry.
to talk my way into the castle's wine cellar with my excellent wordplay.
What I said was
Not lockpicks.
soon enough your father's guard will likely be in possession of quite a lot of it.
Ooh. Ah.
Well, in any case, I'm hoping that we'll find cause to open it up and celebrate. But is it a gift? It sounds like a gift. Your note made it seem like a gift. So
It's a gift.
I feel quite bad. It's a very expensive wine. I will
It
save it
did
to
She
not
share.
didn't pay
cost
for
me a thing.
I see.
La 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 la. I'm not listening.
Boga is also la 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 la. Did you say share? Boga will be
Share.
there. Whatever party. Boga will be there.
Hey, you guys didn't do the stealing, so
What's
I
stealing?
don't think is stealing even against Oath of Vengeance Paladin's thing.
It's
It is
against,
against
my
Bahamut.
religion.
It's against his
against
religion.
I
Bahamut.
needed it to get out of the dungeon. Okay.
Aha!
essential.
Yes. See, Bahamut, another technicality protects me. as I put my hands in a prayer thing, and I.
So
Being the
so
god of
we're-
laws, technicality is like he knows. He knows all about
You know what? That's
technicality.
true. Being the god of law, he should be very familiar with loopholes.
Anyway, all right.
So-
I
He's
gotta-
secretly the god of lawyers.
You walk up to Bahamut and he's got a big blue suit with a red tie.
It's a courtroom, and Bahamut and Tiamat are on the prosecutor and like defense
Oh, God.
attorney's side, and it's like a fucking Ace Attorney case.
Who? I'm trying to think of what prosecutor Tiamat would most be aligned with. But anyway,
Whichever the one is most psychotic.
that's completely out of the. Well, Edgeworth is absolutely not Tiamat. That would not be.
No,
Not even close. But anyway, that's not. Oh, that's unrelated.
unrelated. So Haraxon clasps his hand together and says, I regret to inform you that I do not have your items just yet, but I do have a time frame exactly. They will be here on the 25th. I've got a shipment coming in.
Mario, what day is today
I
again?
forgot what
the
day
20th.
it is.
Well, yeah.
It's the 20th.
Oh,
Oh, so
okay, so
fast,
it's
so fast.
gonna be a while still.
I will say, the thing I had the hardest time
Ugh.
finding was that broom of fly.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
could see that.
finish off this thought so it's not still in my head. Tiamat would be Von Karma. Anyway. Also, I just typed T in the chat. Whoopsie.
True.
T for Tiamat.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Now that that thought's out of my head,
So, you're all here
I
again.
think-
I'm assuming you need something from me besides doggy daycare.
I thought
we had been hoping that the items would be back, but I suppose that was a bit naive.
I think technically, now that we have the name, wasn't it we needed the names of the leaders,
Yeah, we
right,
just
in
needed the
order to
names.
get through the door?
We could go now.
Yeah, we could.
Sure, you
We
guys
could head
go.
back to Rookrot
Um,
and go take care of that.
I suppose while we're here, I really should have thought of this earlier. Would I be receiving them later than the 25th if I asked you about some spell scrolls?
Probably not. What kind of spell scrolls do you need?
Let's see. Off the top of my head, the only one that I was really thinking about was Thunderstep. And that is be a level 3. So I believe. You know what? I might say go full send and say, if possible, 10 Thunder Steps for what I have in mind.
Okay. 10 Thunder Steps.
Yes.
10 Thunder Step scrolls.
Yes, and trust me, that's just the beginning of it. I'm still thinking though.
Right. Let's see. For that,
I believe looks like level 3 spell scrolls are 200 gold according to the Sane Magical Prices guide.
yeah, so basically, so you need 6?
I said 10.
You need 10. Okay, alright,
I mean,
hold
I
on.
don't need 10, but I'm asking for 10.
So that is going to be a cool 1,600 gold pieces that he'll ask from you. Also, thank you, Mr. Ethan Eclipse, for the follow. Welcome and
Okay.
enjoy this
That money is
content.
out of my pocket.
Okay, all right, sweet. So he puts those scrolls on the list. So it's Thunder.
That is
Step.
the primary scroll that I was thinking of for that stupid fucking idea.
Okay, so he adds
But-
that.
I suppose we ought to head back to the dreaded swamplands if we've still got a week before our stuff arrives.
So you guys want to get going?
Yeah.
I mean, unless
Mhm.
anybody else has anything they need to do specifically in scales, which I don't think
I-
anybody would.
I don't.
All right.
And yeah. Though we do also, before we head back out of Rukrot, we're gonna need to remember the man we forgot.
Yeah, to talk to God.
Not the man behind the slaughter.
No,
Oh
the
my
man
God,
But a
who
participant.
performed.
The man who escaped
performed
the slaughter.
And he performed some, lest
So,
we forget.
lost to this monster, to the man participating in
I'm
the
gonna punch you.
slaughter.
I'm gonna punch you in the throat, Dominic.
Please do.
Sorry.
And then I'm going to punch Cameron in the throat.
So while I'm doing a few calculations, because I'll just run the travel over a couple of days. So while I'm doing that here, so that's gonna be. I was jokingly coming up with the idea of a YouTube channel where you upload music, but it's only like the first like whatever recognizable like couple of notes it is, and it just loops that for the length of the song.
That sounds like something Silva Gunna would do.
I don't know who that is.
Buddy.
Insane. You're missing out.
I'm sorry.
You should look up Silva Gunna
Do you
when
wanna say
when we're
hi?
done.
It's okay.
Okay.
Assuming I'm pretty sure the channel is still up. I know there was a whole thing with Silva Gunna because they did a lot of parodies of Nintendo music and well, you know, Nintendo.
Okay, so it looks like the trip back to Alaloxa is going to take you guys 4 days. Traveling by cart at about, standard cart traveling speed. So, you guys can arrive in the area at, looks like Alteriac 24th.
Hell yeah.
It'll be at about 6
Oh.
p.m.
Damn,
So,
I didn't think it would take that long.
yeah, it's a long ride. It's about what was the actual mileage? It is 129 miles to Alaloxa from Scales. If you're traveling
Wow.
by road.
But we're here now. So swap that
Yeah.
map, gamer. Hell yeah. Look at the fish are back. Look at all the fish.
You guys put so many
God.
fucking fish on this map.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
so much more fish space when we go to the Gleaming Isles.
I know. It's gonna be insane.
Imagine how many fish
Oh, I saw a
we're gonna
puppy
be able
there.
to put on the map.
Oh my god.
And then it'll be immediately rescinded
my
when we
God.
go to Lost Vale, and there is nowhere to put fish.
There's gonna
Then we'll
be
just
so many
put 'em
fish to the tune of
Who said
Fucking-
fish can't live on land? We just gotta give them legs.
New York City. The New York City of
Those are
fish.
called amphibians.
No, look, we just
We
we
need to
just
start drawing
gotta-
frogs when we get to Lost Vale.
we just
But anyway,
I don't know
okay,
what
so
that means, fish.
we're making our
So-
way up to Alex. I guess do we
There,
just
see?
want to head down
with
into the
legs.
creepy sewer hole?
So you guys arrive in Alaloxa, and I will say again at 6 p.m. And as you guys are coming in, you take note that the entire city is still abuzz with activity, but a lot has
What
been
that
cleaned
means.
up in the few
Fish
days that you've been
orgy.
gone.
Excuse me, God.
Are
Sorry,
you going to
it
let me
was
speak,
something-
or am I going to have to
it
hear
was-
about the fish orgy?
Blame Ethan. He's the one who made me think. I typed T again. How? What is happening? I'm gonna put this thing away from me. I don't know how that's happening. I don't know. I don't know, Duncan. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Please forgive me.
So, the entire city is abuzz with activity of people who are cleaning up after the gigantic battle. Skeletons have been relocated at this point, and right now, rebuilding is it is just on a train. People are clearly working more than their normal day to get things built back up. And while it looks like construction is currently in progress and there's all kinds of brickwork, mortar, and everything set up, the city's making good progress. It will be a long time before it's back to its
They're-
normal state, though.
They're in the village reconstruction arc of the anime after the big bad destroyed
Please shut the
everything.
frick up.
And not even that, speaking of which,
That's in
you
a
noticed
that's
that
in
this
a
was
shocking amount of anime.
you noticed that this was in progress even in the smaller villages. While they are still flattened and stripped bare, there are now camps of people who are set up back where their villages
Was
once
it a-
were, specifically in Boromir. Or
Yeah, I was
Boromir.
gonna say Boromir. That was like
Mhm.
nothing.
Gone. It was
right?
just stripped clean.
Yeah.
Basically stamped to the ground, all of the wooden crap stolen.
Wow.
It appears to be in the process of rebuilding now as well, being so close to the actual main city. You're even seeing refugees coming in and out every so often, lining the roads. So, as you guys make it into the city, you aren't particularly bothered. Everybody seems pretty much enraptured with their
Imagine
own
there, yeah.
rebuilding efforts.
I see him. Another one.
Yeah.
That's a beard.
I'll find it and remove the. I'll find it and remove
No,
the plague.
It's not an Among Us. It's a fish with
Oh, it's a
legs.
new fish. Oh, there. Oh, then yeah, I saw that a while ago.
Anyway.
I
Also, if you
suppose
turn it, it's a
we-
two-legged horse.
Shut up. God damn it! Now I can't unsee it. Anyway, we should probably go to the big funny door. Big funny
Yeah,
door.
big
let's
funny
go to the
door. Funny
Yeah,
door.
yeah,
Hell
funny
yeah.
door, let's
Do
go
I
get
hear
killed.
big
Let's
You
go to the
guys-
door.
door?
You guys, after spending a lot of time on the road, don't forget to use up your rations for 4 days.
Yep.
Oh shit! Right, yeah. Rations. Ooh.
Do I have to?
No.
Unfortunately,
I mean, to be fair, Dominic very rarely even reminds us to use our rations, so we probably should be in ration debt by now.
you guys bought a lot of
Plenty-
rations.
Plenty of wall lizards.
I know most of my
Unfortunately,
rations are stored on the
The
cart.
travel from Scales directly to Rookrot is actually some of the least lush it can be. If you were in the Badlands section of Balbot, you would have more actual, desert flora and fauna to deal with. But as you guys move through that area, you know that it's all just waves of sand, not unlike up by the dry lake. And even the trees that are in the Sunken Roots area, they are all dead. Dead. So you're really not getting a lot of actual things there. And unfortunately, I'm skipping random encounters, so no dune sharks to munch on.
Oh, what?
Maybe you guys will get lucky.
What did Dune Shark fins do again? I might want more of those.
I don't remember. I'd have to look at it.
Strength reduction and tremor sense.
The party begins descending down into the sewers like they had pre. We'll say that you guys leave the carts at the main tribal headquarters, and they promise, of course, to take care of them. After all, you
No,
guys
it's actually
saved the
it's safe
country.
to do that.
So you guys make your way down, like you did before, into sewers. So, pushing your way over to the stone door, you find it again. So, as you guys make your way to it, the magic mouth, once again, spews the phrase, "Present your proof of passage."
I will present the ring before him.
Right. You present the
Thankfully,
ring.
It seems that the anti-magic is gone.
It is gone. Just whoop. It apparently has
Thank
worn
goodness.
off. It has been a long time. So
That's true.
you hear the magic mouth once again speak. Who are those who own the people?
Elian Yolt and Kyle Yolt.
There is a moment, and there is a huge click. Stone begins grinding, grating to the ears. It slides outwards, revealing another 2 feet of passage, and then another one. Slide. In a massive
One
set of
these
mechanisms,
doors.
many doors open. And
Guns drawn.
probably it's about 6 what you consider to be not
I
20
just
foot,
realized
sorry,
I
60
need to do
foot
this.
stone slabs that extend outwards. And the tunnel is
Okay.
once again free for you guys to walk. No anti-magic. And the entire place kind of shakes a little bit as the stone comes to a rest.
I
Well,
say we proceed forward.
Yep, going to walk ahead of the group.
I'm gonna draw my weapon and keep it at the ready.
Okay. Sebastian draws his weapon and Kunj takes the head of the pack as the party makes their way down the massive hallway. It's a good long while before you can see what is not really a light at the end of the tunnel, but you can see little pinpricks of light through some entrance/exit far beyond. As you guys push past it, you are met with, honestly, kind of an incredible sight. What stands before you is a massive hollowed out section of the underneath of the city. Perhaps even what was once a part of the Underdark, repurposed. There are buildings, not unlike the buildings that are from the city up above. They're fashioned with the same archaeology, or not archaeology, goodness gracious. Architecture? What the fuck am I talking about? You walk in and it's all made of dinosaur bones half buried in stone. That's what it is.
Misspeak, go to jail.
I speak, go to jail. DM jail for me. And you can see that there's activity, and lots of it. Lights, lanterns light up what are city streets for an entire underground society of peoples.
Fuck
You
you.
guys are standing at the top of a very large stairwell. It goes down into what would pretty reasonably be considered the city limits, but even to the sides, you see these stone crafted shacks, buildings that appear to be, for the most part, empty, at least this close to the actual door. Braziers are lit, and they line the pathway towards the center of town.
Okay.
I suppose we ought to just trudge onwards. It'd probably be best not to take any hostile action immediately.
You're probably right.
True.
Yeah.
Uh,
So what
I
I'm
don't imagine. Well, actually, so this is like a big underground hollowed out area.
Yes.
Is it like dark near the ceiling?
Yes. It is decently dark near the ceiling, yes. Now, mind you, the
Well,
ceiling is hundreds of feet above you. You guys
Yeah.
trekked quite far down just to get here, and you're going down further still on this massive staircase. You'd
I don't.
guess it
sorry.
might even be about 1,000 feet, maybe a little bit less tall in total.
I don't know how much this would help, but I could always, especially given silent flight, I could always head off up into like the darkness above and just kind of stay hidden up there and keep an eye from above, but I'm not sure how much that would help given that there's a city down here. And I imagine we'll probably be getting taken into a building at some point.
yeah.
It's like a video game. I'm just imagining it's like Los Santos in GTA. Like you walk past and all of the doors are closed and the windows have all like their curtains shut except for the one place you're actually allowed to be. Anyway, sorry. So
I mean, I guess there's probably not really any point because given the Society of People's breadth, I imagine they probably know that we'd be missing somebody if I tried to hide. So I don't think it would really do much to do so.
So Dom,
yes.
can I take a look around and see if we can see any particular buildings that stand out?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Anyone's larger than one would expect?
There is one building that is very distinctly larger than the rest, but it's not exactly on like a square footage scale. I consider this to be larger in the sense that it looks the most fanciful. So, Sebastian, you take note specifically that on the far end of the cavern, kind of situated a little bit, if we're considering that you guys are coming in from the south, it's probably on the most northeastern side of the large bowl. You can see that it commands a whole area all to its own. It even has mushrooms planted like some kind of elaborate garden, clearly a noble's residence of a kind. I will say that you do take note of one other thing, Sebastian. Far on the other end, probably the northwestern part of the cavern, you see a giant tunnel that makes its way further to
I
the
imagine
northwest.
that's another entrance. I imagine. If maybe
Oh,
it could
shit.
be if there was a northern and
Wait,
southern entrance.
Northwest? Oh, shit. How north are we talking?
Considering that this is a pretty
Right
large
now-
internal area, quite a lot.
This is northwest. I'm trying to think northwest from Alaloxa. The only place I can think of northwest, significantly northwest from Alaloxa is I'm wondering if it's something under Scales. But I don't know
Scales-
if it would go
Scales
that
is
far.
just west.
Scales is just strictly west from here. Pretty much, if you were to take a
Northwest
look at
is
the
Lost
map-
Vale. Northwest
I
is
don't know.
Lost Vale.
Well, I mean, I assume there's still more north of the Bulbot map than what we can see. Because Bulbot goes pretty far north. from what I
Well,
remember.
Balbot just no, because the upper border of the Balbot map is Lostvale. Lostvale is probably the largest country on Zentaro, but it makes up
Well, then I
mostly
think-
just blistering
I mean,
badlands
there
and
might just be
of
the
snow.
size disparity between the Balbot map and the Rookra map, I think, then. Cause...
Yes, creatively, I stink at making good maps sometimes.
Well, then I guess ignore me. Never mind.
So, what do you guys do?
I mean, I guess we should
Honestly,
probably
that
just
large
go.
building, I think, is our best
Yeah.
bet.
Really? Okay, so you guys want to make your way
Is-
towards that building in particular.
I mean, I'm not sure how much stealthing we can really do down here. I mean, I guess I could go forward and I could try and scope things out from the darkness at least. Though I don't know how like close I could get before I would be like in the lights of the city.
I could do what I haven't done ever. I could pull the hood over my head, and it's not going to make much of a difference, but I do technically have a hood I could pull over my head. I mean, it's not a great disguise, but it's, well,
I mean, I'm thinking less disguise and more just completely hiding our presence because given the nature of this place, I imagine anybody who's not well known that isn't locked up in chains will be like immediately, you know.
should, I mean, I could go back into the ring. I'm not a stealthy individual, so I could just go back into the ring with Boga and Sigurd, too.
I mean, I'm
Mhm.
generally like, as a party, do we think we should try and sneak through this, or should we just go?
I feel
I'm not
like
hearing a whole lot
Give
of
me
with
two
the
seconds.
door-
I'm going to run and grab a water while you guys discuss.
I think with the
Okay.
door opening was probably loud enough. If anybody, people probably know we're
mean-
here.
I mean, yeah, but technically, until they see us, it could just be any other member of the society. But like, I feel like once they see us, assuming that
minute.
the society isn't like super sprawling with hundreds of people, which God, I hope not. I imagine once we're actually seen, it'll become pretty clear that
Yeah,
we're
did
not
we even ask if we'd
usuals.
seen anybody?
Nope.
I mean, Dominic said that the streets seemed pretty lively, so I assumed that that would mean that there's people walking about.
Hmm.
Yeah. But we didn't specifically ask if we saw anybody.
What is
Hi.
that? What is that noise?
That's me.
Oh,
I'm back.
don't do that. I thought
Dom,
there was
did
the
we-
fucking owl get in somebody's room?
Dom,
Yes.
did you ever confirm if we actually see people
You
walking
see activity.
around?
You see activity down in
Okay.
the main kind of bustle.
Because if we go the stealth route, me and Boga should probably not be a part of it.
Dom ambiance.
Because we'll get
Good ambiance.
Woo!
I'm
Why
surprised
are
my
there
mic picked that
owls in
up.
this cave? Or well, obviously there's one.
It is
owl
the
in this
rare
cave.
and elusive creature, the hooing spider. It draws you in
Shut
by
up.
sounding like an owl, and then as soon as you're close, it jumps on your face and forces you to eat a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Dominic? Is that correct?
Now I'm thinking of that thing Cameron sent me. Gar showed me the other day. The clip from
What
Smiling
specific-
Friends.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay. Jesus Christ.
what's happening?
Well,
Yum?
I mean, I guess nobody else really seems to have any input, so I guess
Well,
we
I'm
can
fine
just
if you want to
go
go the
for-
more stealthy route, but in order for me to do that, I should probably just be removed from the picture into the ring of no stealthy zone. Wait, who?
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
He's
Who?
saying if we're gonna try to sneak around, he wants to ride in my ring.
Yep,
Because I can
'cause-
turn myself invisible.
Not only do I have a low dex, but I'm also
No, I
wearing
think he was saying who
half-plate.
because we were going who earlier.
Yeah.
Well, that too, but
Oh.
I mean,
I'm
well
gonna-
then, yeah, I guess.
I think I'm gonna turn myself into a Haraxer real quick.
Oh boy.
You're gonna do what?
I don't
myself.
know if Haraxin is the best choice, considering he is probably the
Well-
most recognizable and well-known person we know.
Well, what? Well, I mean, I guess I could just turn into some random human, I guess.
But it's okay, Sigurd. I know, but I know.
So you're gonna
So the
disguise
stealth
yourself.
route-
Anybody but himself, basically.
Mhm.
Okay. You turn into you gather your thoughts and try to think back to somebody that you've seen, and you turn into one of the workers that you saw in, we'll say, Balbot. You know, in Scales, maybe a dock worker way back in. If I forgot the name of my own town. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Rest in
Which one?
Helm's
shit, which
Folly.
one was
Helm's
the
Folly.
first
I
one?
didn't look at
Right,
it. I
right.
didn't look at it. It's Helm's Folly. Now I want to make sure I'm
Uh,
right.
I'm pretty sure-
Yeah! I'm
I'm ready
right!
to- I'm ready to enter the ring whenever. So
Poor
just be
Sebastian.
sure to let me out when
Wait,
when we
before
get
you
there.
go in, we should probably reestablish group chat.
Hey, Jammerman's not part of the group chat. And it's also been like 4 days.
Well, yeah, I was just say because it's been like a week, so
Yeah, I can throw up the group chat.
And I
Alright.
can
just so if anything happens and you guys do end up going into or being escorted into a building, at least Solera wouldn't be completely in the dark about what happened.
So, the group chat is thrown up, and Kunj, you take on the form of one of the dock workers that you saw in Helm's Folly. Likely a half-elf man, you know, pretty average Joe-looking guy. And Sebastian and Boga and the dog are going in the ring. Correct?
Sorry to
Probably
interrupt, Dom,
changed
but is
my
my
appearance too.
contingency spell still active?
No. At this
Uh,
point, contingency has
can be.
indeed run out. That was going to run out, I believe, on the 23rd. It is now the 24th.
Okay, I'm going
I
to
mean,
once again
Yeah, we currently are
recast
in a
it.
safe space, so
Okay, and that lasts
Yeah.
for, again, a...
10 days.
Yeah, 10 days, so that'd be the 33rd. You'll cast it when it ran out, so we'll say that roughly it's
33rd?
gonna be a... You're right! It would be 3-3. 33rd, I'm a fucking genius.
the 33rd day of the month.
Imagine that's the sound of a scrying orb made when it connected to another one. No, scrying orbs connecting to each other is the sound of dial-up. That's what it is.
It's the fucking Discord connect to call noise. Ding.
No, it's what happens
Boom.
when you don't turn your radio off when you call to a talk show.
It has the Skype
Shut up,
music
Cameron.
playing.
Alright, so
Epic Family Guy reference from
So
Cameron.
Sebastian is entering the ring alongside
Cool.
Boga and the dog. So Saliri, you're going to fly up and up and up into the darkness of the ceiling of the room, correct?
Yes, as far up as it'll take to be concealed in the natural darkness of outside, I guess, the radiant light from the city.
So you fly on up, and you are met with the massive, stalactites that are coming down from the ceiling. Or, I think they're stalagmites. I don't remember. I saw this in a cave.
I don't fucking remember which.
Regardless,
one is which.
You also take note that in some of the places as you're
Stalactites
flying...
are the ones that go down.
So,
Oh, yes.
you take note that there's also streams of water pouring down from the ceiling in places. And they drip downwards and pour downwards towards the floor below as you're flying. So you do have to take care as you're weaving in and out of these various different things.
That's not a good sign for this place in the next 10,000 years.
So, party. What is the rest of the party going to do while Salira is off and flying? You still look like a government
I
official
am-
from Sebastian's count. I was going to bring that up.
I mean, I don't imagine that the trafficking ring here would extend. Well, actually, wait, shit, no, it might, because if I remember correctly, there actually is a trafficking guy in Valenheim that we met. I hope they're not connected.
I
We'll
don't
find
know.
That depends if
If
Cameron
not,
actually
then
had the
he's
end game for
actually
it.
a government official. So I was kind
Uh.
of thinking Sebastian would have commentary on that.
Yeah, I haven't said anything about it, but now that it has been mentioned, it would likely be a good idea. Yes, that you change out of the government official from my home country, please. At least while we're here.
He turns into Glade instead, and he comes prepackaged with a meatball sub.
You fuck!
Cameron does not like me bringing up the meatball sub.
Like, as soon as you turn into Glade, I just go, I'll kill you! Fucking tackle you.
I could. There's so many people I met that could be worse. I could be the king.
Oh my god, dude.
Illusion
I mean,
magic is peak
you-
trolling.
Could
You can
also
turn into the
be-
magic item salesman.
The Virgin Evocation
No,
Wizards
I
versus
know.
the Chad
I'll be
Illusion Wizards.
Sebastian Glade.
Why?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
When you jump out of the ring, there's me, there's you, and my double. Who are they going to attack?
Dude, that actually would be a fucking fantastic circus act.
Low rent, invoke duplicity.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay, but
are you turning into Sebastian?
Yep, I'm turning into Sebastian Glade.
Why?
So, Ocularis assumes the form of Sebastian Glade. Sebastian, you only
mean, to
catch
be
a look
fair,
at this
you
as
are
you are being
already
sucked
here.
in. It is like a
As
flash.
I'm
You
being
watch
sucked
his
into
body
the ring,
shift
I
into
reach,
you.
It's like I'm going to punch him as soon as I get sucked in.
And maybe the punch coming out, his arm is getting sucked into the ring at the same speed.
What makes it worse is you're aware of everything going on around us while you're in my ring. It's like you have windows that you can see out into the world.
What is your
Time
first
to cause
word?
Some chaos.
What is your first word as Sebastian Glade?
Hey, Dominic.
Ocularis? Your
Argo
longtime
words.
friend.
I am too busy writing in the book with all the possibilities of what I can do. once
No,
I see people.
hold on, Dominic, Dominic.
Yes.
Does inside the ring count as a different plane?
That's a good question
is
that
the
I'm going to
demi
ask the
plane.
man. It's a demi-plane, I think.
I might banish
Yeah.
myself back to reality so I can punch you.
You're going to waste a spell slot on banishment just so that you
I'm
can send yourself back to
fucking
reality.
considering it.
As a,
I'm
as a
considering
reminder, as a reminder, it doesn't specify where, so you might end up in Delaware.
It's
Yeah,
Delaware.
it's
Real
easier to just ask me to kick you out of the ring.
Let me out.
I don't understand why you're. I
But
don't.
I
I
could
mean, I can't.
do that.
Solera can't. Or no, Solera can't comment.
You're
on this
gone.
because Groupie-
It-
I don't
you
understand.
If he's
why you're
turning
so
into
upset.
me, there's no purpose of me being in here.
There is
There's just-
purpose because you're loud and clanky. He may
There's
look
just
like you, but
someone.
he's not loud and clanky.
There's just someone watching this nearby.
All of
It's
the
like,
Sebastian
what
with
the
none of the
But
clown.
it's my face.
Oh,
Sebastian's
maybe you
very
should have
upset about
copyrighted
this.
it.
It's my face.
And officially, Sebastian's
you just
face
hear
is the
from
copyright
inside the
owned
ring.
of Ocularis.
You just hear from inside the ring once again. I'll kill you.
So, with our party ready to go, Goonj is different.
I guess.
Ocularis is different. What are you
Dude,
guys
it's
doing?
different.
I think I'm just gonna make myself invisible.
Well,
Jen, you're just making yourself
guess-
invisible?
Yeah.
I guess
Ooh.
what Solera can do from her vantage point would be try and get closer to the city from above to scope things out a little bit.
Okay.
I don't. How close can I get to the city before the light would start?
You'd probably be okay, probably around 100 feet up, maybe 200. Somewhere in that
Because I want to
range.
get as close as I can to the city so I can actually see shit without just being a big obvious bird flying around above the city. Like, I guess if this is in the Underdark, I could see that and then, oh god damn it, we've got the stupid feather bats again. Load the harpoon cannons.
Fetch the firearms! It's Featherbat season, y'all! Alright, so, Jen
I
is
suffer
turning
in the
invisible.
Day.
So, Jen, you just straight up become invisible. You invoke the power of your patron, and you are removed from the equation. Just leaving, not Sebastian, and some guy. And also the Travelocity gnome.
Fucking goddamn
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not Sebastian, some guy, and some other guy.
So, you guys are now prepared. Where are you headed?
I just want to live my life.
Well, I guess I mean, it seems like that big extravagant building would probably be the best one to at least take a look at first.
True.
Can I do a 360? Well, not a 360.
It will
that's not
take
the
you a
right
while
term.
to get there. It is a large space.
Yeah.
So,
Is there a
Solari-
limit on how long I can fly for?
no.
I don't.
Presumably, as long as you don't get exhausted.
Yeah, that's true. I imagine. How much is that? Sorry, go on. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
So, you begin flying your way towards the large building, but I need everybody else here. The stream's theme, do not invoke the meatball sub. Also, identity theft is fine. That's been this game's theme this entire time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So y'all want to go to the big building as well, or are we just leaving this to
Yeah.
Solera?
Walking up there.
Sure,
Hey,
walking down
I'm
there.
following the visible people around.
Well, From what I'm looking
being
at, it
a big
seems like-
brooding lizard.
it seems like only at the 5th level of exhaustion would you'd be no longer able to fly, and that's just because your speed is reduced to 0.
So, you guys begin making your way down the stairs into the large city while Solera gets a good bit ahead of you flying towards the building in question. You guys come down into what is, as I described, a bustling little city place. Yeah, it's not quite as populated as some of the cities that you find up top, but there are people conducting daily business. You walk through a bit of a night market where there are people selling food, wares of various different kinds. People are walking back and forth. It looks pretty much normal. You guys are walking. There's a couple of people who take looks at you, but they don't seem to pay you any mind. Not in the slightest. There are guards of a kind, all bearing the signet of the Society of Peoples on the chest of their armor. You guys walk and walk through. You find an inn. You find general stores. A real regular society down here. But as you make your
Of
way
Peoples.
into towards, yes, indeed. I made that
Too
joke
bad
first.
I don't have the fireball beads anymore, so I can't carpet bomb this place.
Solera, you are the first person to make it to the large building. And you see, as I described, a lavish, pretty much underground mansion. The gardens are filled to the brim with both bioluminescent and non-bioluminescent mushrooms, perhaps sourced from the Underdark. There's flora from pretty much anywhere you could think of regarding the Underdark anyway, at least from a glance. It's hard to say that you catalog all of them in your head. But as an alchemist, you recognize a few of them as, native.
Wow.
The building itself is guarded relatively well, but for the most part, the inside is lit up like any normal noble's home. There's a couple of guards who are standing out front, and they're well equipped looking, better than the normal guards in town. You can see that there is perhaps a large bedroom that you could maybe see from where you are with a large balcony, but as for seeing inside without getting closer, you don't really notice much of anything besides basic activity.
Well, I could go invisible myself and try to directly peek through some of the windows. Reporting back to home base. Does anybody else think that's a good idea?
I mean,
Or should I refrain from
So
sticking my
far, it
face in
seems
windows?
like nobody cares that we're here, so
Yeah.
Proceed with caution, but go ahead.
yeah.
And it doesn't seem like. I guess if I'd gotten this close, I imagine I would have gotten some sort of sense if there was any anti-magic shenanigans going on.
None.
So, I guess it's throwing random anti-magic at players isn't your forte. That's a certain other
Anti-magic
DM's
is cringe.
forte.
Then again, being the kind of
But,
person who does nothing but detect magic and solve puzzles that way is also a little. But I can deal with that. Mostly because I
I'm
find fun ways to
sorry.
deal with that. No, I'm
I've-
just joshing you.
The best way to
I have also
solve
detected
puzzles is
magic.
to blow them up.
That's the Sebastian way.
Okay.
That was the one time after a dungeon full of constant puzzles for each and every room, I lost it and punched one and broke it.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess,
Look, man, when you're an esoteric man
can I do
making
that while
goblins
I'm
out of marble.
flying? Verbal semantic. I think I could do that while I'm flying.
Also,
I
if
need
you're an
to check and
alchemist,
make sure.
if you're an alchemist artificer, your semantic components are, or your verbal components, excuse me, are all just saying bottoms up.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay,
obligatory.
so I believe.
Drink it
Okay,
down.
I do believe I wanted to make sure because I know the picture I was using for Solera had separate arms and wings, but I wanted to make sure I couldn't. Oh, God,
Well, yeah, why are we doing this?
never mind.
Okay,
Forget it. I'm casting invisibility on myself. I believe I
Alright.
should be able to do that mid-flight.
that should be fine. So,
Okay.
with
I had a brain fart, though.
with a whiff of some magical elements infused in your everything,
Yeah.
you become invisible. A silent flyer, an excellent assassin, and the one-day inventor of the Reese's piece. I'm doing lots of
Singular
references.
piece.
We have a new viewer. I'm doing lots of references. All right?
Singular Reese's piece.
It's
not
psychological
even,
warfare.
Not even something. That's not even something that I started. That was all your guys' idea about Solera eating Reese's Pieces out of her mask.
Yeah. So, you are invisible. What's your game plan? They've still got a little bit of walking left to do, so we'll...
Well, I guess what I'll start doing is flying a little bit closer to the building in any rooms that I can like even catch a glance into. If it looks like they're empty,
Okay.
she'll try and get a closer look into them to just get a gauge on, is this just like a big affluent palace, or does it seem like there's like business being conducted in here?
So, as you move into it and you try to see what's going on, you get a bit of a better picture. You're not seeing any current business being done. This looks like a home more than anything else. You fly over the garden and you can see that there are servants of a kind out in the garden doing work. You know, pulling weeds, tending to a few of the mushrooms. You see one like spritzing one with a little bottle, and it grows and it grows and glows with health. You move up to some of the windows and begin to scan the interior, and it is lavishly carpeted, lavishly decorated, and walking from place to place are servants carrying anything from trays to towels to little crates, busying themselves with various bits of work, even at this relatively late time of night. But you don't see from where you are any kind of indication that this is somewhere where they would invite anybody other than esteemed guests.
Okay. Is there any sign of like whose place it is? Because obviously I can wager a guess, but
No sign, but you do see that there are several different, we'll say, bits of symbology relating to the society. A couple of paintings, maybe some, silverware or whatever, or not silverware, but like plateware or whatever that has the iconography. Even a tapestry, on one of the walls does contain the Society of Peoples thing.
I mean,
Something
I
else
feel
that you
it's a-
take note of is that there's very little guarding going on the inside, actually.
I mean, I feel it's a safe guess to say that this is, the leader's place. I mean, but part of me is thinking about trying to sneak inside, but I'm also not so sure that I want to try and do something that risky while everybody else is still a decent ways away.
Speaking of which, it is at this time that the rest of the party is going to arrive at the front gate of the manor. It is a wrought iron fence that is very well maintained, that extends a long ways, and out front there is a brilliant gate. It doesn't have any name or anything on it, but out front are two very heavily clad guards, each wielding a longsword, just kind of milling, until they see you approaching. As you guys approach up the stairs that lead up to the actual manor, the two of them cross swords in front of the gate, and only when you guys are within earshot do they say, "Halt! Your business only. What business do you have here?"
Hmm.
You see them studying you.
It's possible this might be. Are we here to? Well, I mean,
You're not out there. You're in the ring.
yeah, I know. Then
We're-
unfortunately,
But you,
I'm
oh
still
yeah, that's
screaming
right.
About...
That's right. Group chat is up. I
Presumably,
keep
we're
forgetting.
here to beat the asses of Kunja's parents, but I don't think we can tell them that.
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't really get us very far.
He fucking pulls up his sleeve. I'm here to beat my dad's ass.
I could always pull a Sebastian, hold out a pot and tithes for the church.
That's not what I do. You can hear.
That's what Boga
You
does.
can hear me
That's what Boga does.
screaming. Just like,
There's just
"Stop it!"
a very faint sound from the ring that's almost like a wisp in the wind.
You just hear like yelling. Just no. That's Boga's thing, not mine.
uh,
Yeah, so, what can we tell them that would get us?
I mean, we
I
could
mean,
always
I
tell them
don't-
that we have vital information about the one known as Kunjat.
I could actually do that. I could.
See if that shakes them at all. If it doesn't, I mean, worth a shot.
Yeah. I mean, nothing else. I got really good performance. So I'm not
Because
mistaken.
clearly, their attempts so far to get Kunj haven't exactly panned out.
I have
They might be
information.
desperate.
I have
Sorry.
information regarding Kunjul.
You see that there's a moment, like the gears are turning in their heads. One of their eyes widen, and they gesture to their partner. They lock eyes with, well, not Sebastian. And then there is a moment. And the two of them take their swords away, and they put them back in their sheaths, with the exception of one. One of them says, You may enter, along with, the gnome. But him? And they point at who they believe to be, Sebastian. Must stay outside. He comes in, you will not be allowed entry.
You just hear me in there. I fucking told you.
What, so they're dragon racist? Wow.
Can I roll a persuasion to try to and say like, well, he's a bodyguard of mine, and I would feel real comfortable with having him next to me.
The two of them say, This is not allowed. Orders from the highest of the house. The yachts will not have this person in their home.
Okay, fair. I will go.
Specifically, Sebastian.
I will. I'll take him to the side and let him know what's going on.
Is the only thing that, like, this is probably a terrible phrase, tickles me weirdly, is the fact that if they know it's Sebastian, the only thing is he's not allowed in the building.
Here's the thing. It doesn't surprise me because, not to toot horns or anything, but Ocularis and Sebastian are incredibly famous. Specifically,
what I'm
because
saying is
of what
that-
we did in Fiore.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't know him. I'm saying the fact that if they do know it's him, why is it limited to you're not allowed to come in here and not get the fuck out of here or we'll kill you?
Maybe
you know?
because, like, not to toot my own horn, maybe because they know if they pick a fight, that they might die.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Sure, I guess. I mean, I
Sebastian
don't know
is
about.
also commonly the face of our party. So he's the one talking and whatnot. So he would be associated with the group that Kunj was with.
So
More than maybe most of us.
Ocularis, saying in mind, you have anything that turn visible?
I can polymorph into a mouse.
Okay, that works. Well, I'll send you off. Come back with us as a mouse or something small, and we'll continue onward.
Okay?
I'll turn.
How does a mouse
walk-
wear a ring?
No dark blue, specifically this hex code
Wait,
of Dragonborns are allowed in this
how-
building messes with the
How does that
vibe.
work? Because when you polymorph, doesn't it suck all of your equipment like into your form?
Yes.
How does that work with the being able to tell what's going on outside the ring? Like if you're in the ring, does it look like you're inside a mouse?
As a reminder, Jen is invisible.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
Or
Jen is
But-
invisible.
Oh, sorry,
Ocularis
out of
is
the ring,
being
like
Sebastian.
there's
I'm being
windows.
stupid and mixing shit up. Never mind. Forget me. I'm
Wait.
gonna.
Either way, Kunj
No.
will act like he's talking to
That one would
not
not
Sebastian and patting him to send him on his way out.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll just kind of
Hold on. Wait.
very mechanically and awkwardly turning down.
You
turn
can
into the alleyway.
It's like a South
feel
Park
me
character.
seething. You guys can feel Sebastian seething from the ring. He
So,
is
Ocularis,
fucking angry.
Right before I turn in the alleyway, I'm going to yell, "By the might of Muhammad!" and step into the alleyway.
And what? And what? Hold on. You step on what?
he steps into the alleyway and
Alleyway.
turns into a mouse,
Into a mouse.
and then you run.
He can like crawl up.
Okay, that
Egg.
seething anger turns into pure hatred.
Coons, you can feel a mouse crawl up, like, we'll say he crawls up, like, the back of your leg and finds, like, purchase inside of your, in, like, your pocket.
I would let him. I would introduce him to. I would have him talk to, or get to know Genesis, but he's all the way back at Dome Novice. So
Genesis is staring at this new mouse and is like,
Oh,
Who's this guy? Who's this guy
Are you
trying to get into more action?
are you a place me finally? What the fuck, man?
So,
God, I wanted to try and find the actual
Lyra.
hex code of the color blue that Sebastian is, but I can't find a copy of Sebastian's ref that I can copy.
Salira, during your looking, you can see the stuff that's going on at the front gate now.
Don't worry.
And
Alex,
you
here
notice
go.
that now that he's gone,
I'll just post his
the
picture
gates
in
are
the
open.
campaign posts.
and they point in and they say, "You're expected in the main dining room."
Okay.
So what do you do?
I guess I'll follow my orders and hand inside and ask them. Oh, and also, would there be someone I can ask for directions once I'm in, or?
Sure. You can flag down any number of the massive amount of servants that are inside the home.
Okay, that's all I need. That's the guard before going in and heading towards the door. Front
Hey.
door.
Follow
this
as
was
close as I can.
too much effort for a joke that doesn't really make any sense. But
Hello,
this is,
Sigurd.
This is
Sigurd.
not
He's
allowed.
barking at me.
That's
Anyway.
Hey.
Okay, well, I
So-
guess, yeah, in the meantime, Solera will continue making her way around the building.
Okay.
How much longer do I have it on visibility? How
I'd
long
say
has it been?
maybe 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I can always, like, at the 10, or even probably 5-minute mark, just shoot up and get back into the darkness.
Okay. So, Kunj, you make your way into the building, and the first servants that you're met with are a pair of what look to be drow elves. They bow, and they say, "Welcome to our lovely home."
Thank you.
I
He will
want to
keep.
blow all of you up.
Do you know which way is the dining room?
Right this way, sir. And they point over to a large, basically foyer-like area. They point up the stairs and to a large set of double doors. And they say, right on through there, you will find the dining room where they are waiting for you.
Right. Thank you. And he will continue to walk on ahead.
Okay? You do so. You make your way to the top of the
Oh,
stairs.
we're on a map.
Towards the
Oh,
room
bad map.
in question.
Where's
I can't see shit because
I
I'm in
can't
the ring.
Are beads of fireball not an actual magic item? Or no, it's necklace of fireball, right.
Dominic,
and I will go ahead and
remember,
mark
I can I
Yes.
can perceive. Let me see.
I don't think you can perceive.
Ah.
You can hear. If I'm not
I can-
No,
mistaken.
he can perceive.
Oh, he can. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's like he's in a round room with a bunch of windows around him.
Oh, that's true.
Damn, no, it would have been
You're
way
gonna
too
send us out
expensive
like a Pokemon.
to buy
Let's
enough
go.
necklaces of fireballs to carpet bomb this place. Oh, I don't
Yeah,
get to see any of this because I'm in
guys,
the air.
I really don't have any idea for what I'm gonna say for what the information is, other than if it is them, getting this thing started.
So, there is a moment, and you are faced with a set of double doors.
That's a single door. The map says so.
You want to fucking go?
My finger guns are ready.
Kunj will shakily with his hands put one on the handle. Okay.
Also,
You
same,
got
Ethan.
this.
I'm just busy right now.
You got this. Just your parents. All it is. As he opens the door.
Hey, make your way forward
We'll kill him.
and open the door.
Ah!
Ahead of
Goobers.
you see a lavish dinner scene. Unfortunately, not food, not just yet, but there is a massive bit of silverware and cutlery set out for a large number of people. As you come in, you spy the forms of what appear to be 2 people alongside some other guards sitting at a table. As you approach, they say, one of them, the female, says, "Ah, my dear son, welcome."
Oh God.
Yeah, they know.
Well,
They know.
I guess with that, I'll go ahead and drop the act then, of course. And
Can I
reveal-
find a window to this particular room?
There is
That
no
means
window.
they got
Not to
true
this
sight.
room.
Oh shit! Damn it!
And they might have true sight.
Well,
Uh-oh.
either way, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and just reveal my true form. Yes, it is me.
I'm, well, I'm very glad to see you. Yes, indeed. Come sit at the head of the table. We don't have dinner ready yet. We'll have them bring it out soon. We have a lot to discuss. We are so very proud of you.
In what way? Of surviving all the death threats that was sent my way, or all the heroics I done? What exactly are you proud of?
In due time, my dear. Come, please. Come. I'm surprised you're not here with the rest of your merry band of troops. Your,
I'm gonna slurp over here because I'm
Yeah.
technically slurping.
You
it.
usually travel with such a significant number. I will say it's very nice to hear that you've already sent the big blue lizard away. He'll just get in the
I
way.
cackle within the Pokeball.
The-
Now
This is-
that me turning into you actually played really well because they think you're nowhere near here.
You know
This
what?
is-
It worked out
Go
in the
like
end.
Gloria Bahamut and walk into an alleyway.
this thing that we have going on here, I feel like was suited just for between us. To settle this here and now. Or
Yes.
for me,
And Jamberman, who is
Oh,
just quietly standing off to the side.
Yeah, Jammerman is here. Oh shit, he's not on the map. There he is. I meant to
Slurp
put the
him
little
in.
fucker. There he
There
is.
he is.
Squirp.
Wizard 101. I just realized his
Whoa,
HP is 101.
I was wondering when I was going to show up. I assumed I was just waiting out in the hallway.
That's my bad. I meant to put your token down and I got distracted.
Besides my friend here, I mean, I can't really abandon him.
You know, we got a real close bond, me and
He's fine. Please.
Yeah.
Your
Jasper.
friend,
Scarfing down a cheese wheel.
your friend, if he is of good mind, is free to sit and partake in the lavish meal that we'll have prepared very soon.
Good mind in quotes.
Okay,
I
well,
feel like I should like crawl out of your sleeve and just go sit out of setting and start eating food.
There is
Climb
no
up
food
on
yet.
the
As a
chair.
reminder, there's no food yet.
Yeah,
I
but when it
guess-
comes out just as a mouse, I should crawl out, go to my own spot, sit down, and just start eating food.
Now, I hope your friend doesn't mind at the very least taking a seat at one of the other tables. This table is for yachts only. Oh, these guys are supposed to be one step back because they're not actually sitting. They're flanking.
I hate not being able to see anything here.
So, Leary,
not
are you
the
going to
only
try to
one
get
who's
into
cool.
the building now?
That's the question, because I'm kind of afraid to try and get in. So you said from all the looking I've done, it doesn't seem like there's any real
No,
guards or.
No real guards. It's actually a weirdly low number of guards on the inside from the windows that you have seen.
Hmm,
But there are a lot of servants.
no. Would it be possible for me to get a rough mental map of where they headed through the building to get to the dining room? To like, at least roughly know like where I need to be heading to get there.
I'll say probably. I'll
Like
say you
from
would
the
be okay.
entrance went forward for so long, right for so long.
Yes, I'll allow that. But I'm going to need you to make me a stealth check as you make your way into the building.
Which I believe I'll have advantage on that because of
Invisibility, yes.
right? Alright, okay.
So, Kunj, as you take a seat, Jamberman, are you going to take a seat at one of the other tables?
I will.
Okay, find a spot for yourself. Beautiful.
So, I guess the biggest question is why?
Why?
Okay, 21.
Darling,
Why-
let me handle this. And you see the man places his hand on her shoulder. And these two look significantly like you do when you aren't assuming some kind of form. Either, for whatever reason.
I mean,
Son.
like I said, as I am now, I am myself, my
Yes.
true self. Yeah.
So, son, I understand that there must be a lot going through your head right now, and you must have a lot of questions. That's why you're here, dining with us, rather than out. It's time that you hear the real reason that you weren't here, and the real reason for what we've done. Oh, but, where are our manners? We actually have another guest that you are supposed to be here with.
Oh boy.
And you hear him
Waka
he makes a very loud snap noise, and the two doors at the back right of this area fly open for just a moment. And walking alongside, not being pushed by a guard, you see a white dragonborn, a noble that you recognize, Clamara. And the two of them make their way in. And Clamara steps over here, turns around and says, "Thank you very much." The guard nods and makes their way back to the doors and leaves the room. Clamara makes her way over. "Hi, Kunj. It's been a long time."
I'm gonna have to roll maybe an insight check to make sure that, or something here.
It's been a long time. How
How have you been? I've been really busy being
Busy.
kidnapped
You know, after you abandoned me.
after you abandoned me.
Let's
I'll let
see.
you make an insight check.
Okay. Thankfully, I am proficient with that, so I get to use the Livo talent. Let's see here. A +6. So let me click on this. Hopefully this thing doesn't break, because I'm pretty sure I fixed it. A 6.
You hear in my mind's eye, do the thing,
16.
do the thing, do the thing.
Okay. So, really, what you're seeing here is textbook Lamara from when you knew her. You aren't detecting any kind of thing that would be a tell or something that she's acting in any strange way. In fact, as she approaches you, you can see that there's pretty much a genuine happiness in her eyes that she gets to see you. It's been a long time, just as she said, and she's clearly relieved to see that you're okay.
Thus.
Are you okay? I'll give her a knowing look or so.
Oh, now I'm fine. It's been a rough couple of weeks while well, in a couple of months since I've been here, but once I've been here for a while, it was fine, mostly. I don't enjoy technically being a prisoner, but it really wasn't all so bad. They're very accommodating.
Hmm.
You know,
Gosh, 'cause-
being a slave isn't so bad. You know, we get chilly on weekends.
I would like to, gosh,
We do get
If
dental.
you're worried about it, son, she's not a servant nor a slave. We've treated her like a guest in this house since we've had to pluck her from that place that she has up above. Oh, that was a bit of a rough day, though. We did have to rough her up a little bit. Oh, did you ever? I didn't go down fighting either. No, you did not, Miss Clamara, but that's all for things. And you know what?
I don't.
We are willing to make an exception about the table rule specifically for her if you'd like her to sit with us.
Sure.
These
You know,
fuckers are extraordinarily punchable.
She takes a seat.
There is definitely uncomfortable about this, considering what I know about what last time I talked to her. So,
Mm.
My god is calling me. I must stabby stab.
So, go on.
I guess we can do. I mean, I'll tell everyone in the voice call, if we think things are gonna go down, we could try to add her into the call. Since
I don't know if I
Well.
fully trust her yet.
Man, also I
I'm gonna
think
be
that
honest.
that technically
Something's
takes
not right.
casting a spell, and it would depend on
Mhm.
what
Mhm.
But
what
even so,
components that requires of the caster.
even so, I genuinely something doesn't feel right,
It-
and
well,
I
it's
don't.
Yeah.
especially with how she's acting, because this is different from how she acted when I talked to her. So there's definitely
Yeah.
something up here. And
So-
I could try to do something, but I can't because it's vocal, and that would be a little bit suspicious.
So,
Alter
son,
Stealth
Ever
only
need.
affects your direct body, correct?
you must have
Can't
Yes.
affect
a
what
myriad
you're wearing.
of questions. And we're also opening the floor to your ally who is here with us. Sir, I believe your name is Jamberman. You can feel free to ask questions of us too, if you like. You're a guest here as well.
Indeed, I may have some later.
Good to hear. Oh, and are you particularly allergic to anything? Shellfish, peanuts, the like?
Nothing in particular.
In that case, I will make sure that you have just as fine a spread as the rest of us for this evening.
I've got
Sorry.
my honey jerky. I'm fine. I don't need the devil's food.
So unfortunately, it looks like Alter Self will not affect what you're wearing.
No.
So I'm trying to think how I can get through these hallways without immediately being pegged as an intruder, and without just.
Oh, here, I'll
casting
drop... I just
invisibility
realized
again.
because Ocularis is a mouse, I can drop him in here as well.
Because I
He's
could
just-
just cast invisibility again, but then that would obviously be
Full
using
pop
up,
his wand,
using
that'll
up
show
another
him.
spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
So why is okay? So back to the question at hand. Why exactly?
Well, you can see the scope of our operation, can't you, son? And then Eliunge chimes in. You see, when you run a business like ours, you have to be very careful that the right people are the kind that take hold in this business. You need people
Take
who are
hold of your
cunning.
neck.
You need people who are resourceful. You need people who are resilient. Like you. Now, it's a real shame the way that you were treated once we sent you off, but you have to understand, we couldn't intervene. We had to send you out like a young wolf pup to survive in the wild, come back to us. The assassins, the trickery, it was all test you, son. And you passed with more than flying colors. We are aware of your new proclivities and your new allegiances, but we know that you're also a very smart young man. And we also know that you are combating a great, great evil. And we will have many years, should you decide to stay with us, to hopefully atone for what happened to you over those years. But we only ask that you hear us out, and that you don't throw us to the wolves just yet.
Damn,
Fine.
2 wolf analogies in one conversation.
Exactly.
I'd like to imagine that we're all just shit talking them in Kunj's head while he
Just
tries
in our,
to listen.
in our heads, we're
Oh,
like,
super
get a look
Sin
at these
is very
assholes.
irritating.
I imagine Kuhn just trying to do his best poker face and trying his best to keep his anger under control, because
And for
He's not-
every wolf pun they
he's not
make,
buying
I
any of
imagine
this.
I'm making a rat pun.
Rat puns.
Oh, God.
Because
Okay,
I'm
I think-
a rat sitting there watching this happen.
These guys aren't gonna squeak by, and as soon as we're done
Oh
murdering
my
them,
God,
let's choose it.
No!
Okay, I think I've come to the conclusion that probably my best option to get through here will just be getting to an empty room before this invisibility runs out and casting it again. Because I don't think there's much I can do that wouldn't be too risky otherwise.
Okay, so you could find a spare room and recast invisibility on yourself if you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to get as close as possible to the dining room as I can manage before running out and seeking out a
You will be able
like a
to get
storage
there
closet
with.
or something along those lines.
You'll be able to get there with probably 10 minutes to spare on your invisibility. So it would probably
Okay,
still be a
then-
good idea to slip into a side room.
Yeah,
So I
once-
need that stealth check.
I made it earlier.
Oh, that 21? That's right. Good. Gotcha. I forgot about that. Somebody squeaked, we got a rat in our midst. Probably was paid a lot of cheddar. Incredible. Incredible. So,
so
how do you respond? Why is there a piss stream going from Ocularis to Clamara?
Because
Why?
I had the wrong
That's
tool.
a
Give me
good
a second.
question.
The rat just
see
starts
any of this.
urinating.
Everything. My screen is completely black right now.
I know.
You-
Oh my god. This is what this
no
has
more
been.
piss streams.
Come on,
So-
get under the table.
Why-
Oh, sorry. The table has a transparent. There you are.
There we go. I'm hiding.
What? Then why kill my master if he's resourceful?
Because he decided to step over the line. You understand? He thought that he was going to be the one to go out and find you. He was not part of our plan, especially after he botched his job. So we left him there as an example. I do hope you liked the display.
I don't really. I haven't been screamist when that comes to that level of gore, but I guess a little bit appreciated.
As an adventurer, I'm surprised to hear you say that. Don't you fight monsters all the time? I would assume gore is part of your daily diet. But I guess that shows to know just how much we don't know about our beloved son.
Rarely people. I mean, it happens sometimes, but not to that level of gore, I guess.
By the way, son, if you don't mind me interjecting, I'm very, very proud with how you and your little band sorted out the Ballbot situation. Oh, that was going to be such a sting on our operations in there, and we're so glad to be back up and running now. You have
God
done
forbid
so
you not be
much.
able to fucking sex traffic people and ball.
It's not all about sex. There's labor in there.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that
I'm
makes
not-
don't
I'm
worry.
just not-
Oh
I'm
my
not giving them
god.
diversion
Don't worry,
of-
guys.
of,
We also do normal
repertoire.
slavery.
I'm imagining a rat sitting under the
Diversify
table while you
our
guys are
flavor.
doing all this bickering, just writing in a little book.
So it's at this time, by the way, that a gaggle of servants begin making their way into the room, and they drop off some lavish food. Many sautéed mushrooms and fried mushrooms and breads being brought out as appetizers, but entree courses of fresh caught Underdark game. You see some braised hook horror. You see some stewed myconid. It's all very, very
Is there any
lavish.
roasted minotaur.
You see a haunch of Minotaur, but that is going to need some time to rest. Don't worry.
God.
There is plenty of food of all kinds for all proclivities. I keep saying the word proclivities. I don't know why.
Just
Wait,
wondering.
guys!
Considering the
Guys!
recent
Stop
slavery
pissing
topic,
on
you
each
should
other.
find a different word.
There's no
I-
pissing happening. You're right. I should
I
find a
said
different
pissing,
word.
not kissing.
Different likes,
What kind of-
different. You know.
What
Our
can I roll
paladin has
for, like-
taken to labeling.
a poison check or something. A drug check.
It would be a medicine check.
Okay, I'll make an attempt.
I mean, I could do that once I actually slip inside. I could just like
18.
sneak to somewhere where like an unoccupied table and try
As
to
a-
do a little.
As
Well,
a
I guess I'd
rogue,
have to-
Kunj, you
Hmm?
know what a poison smells like. This food is not poisoned. It's not laced. You don't detect anything wrong with it. It's not even partially spoiled. It's about as fresh as it can be. Palmara digs right in. And the two of them kind of begin poking at their food while they converse with you. And they say thank you to the servants as they leave.
Oh,
What
Akaris,
mess do I make?
you have you say you had some type of true sight, right?
Yeah, I could. If I'm not a mouse, I can cast True Sight on you, which I am fully ready to walk out from under this table, turn into me, grab a haunch of food, and give you True Sight.
Hello!
Because
I mean, to be fair, it sounds like they were expecting the rest of the party. So, given how well known Ocularis' antics are at this point, I don't know if it would be all that surprising to them.
Bro sprung for the butcher shop, not the manager special at Wally's World. What?
Because I feel like when things hit the fan, I'm gonna get stabbed from the side, and that's not gonna be pleasant. Hmm. I guess I'll act casual and just enjoy the food then.
So do I
The
get
food
to
is
be
delicious.
in the room yet?
Yes. So, Lyra, it is at this point that, freshly invisible, you are going to make your way into the room. Also, this is unrelated. I decided on a name for Bogus Fox. It's Tithe.
Sorry, what? Oh, did you say the fox's name is Tive?
Yes, his name is Tithe.
Sorry, I was distracted because I get in here and immediately I see fucking
Yeah, no, it's a mess in
The-
here.
graffiti scribbles all over the fucking
Yes, the
room.
paladin has a new hobby. Someone needs to take his label maker.
The advantage is letting
Where
his
is-
thoughts be known about how he feels about this.
Oh, here, let me
Creepy.
mark you for invisible.
Oh,
Here, yeah,
oh,
stop your creakies for just a second.
I stopped moving.
Ninja.
There we go.
So,
Sneaky
as
on the
you're-
other side of the room.
As you're continuing to eat, Eliunj pipes up again. Kunj, darling, I do have to ask. I don't know all of the nitty-gritty details because the crow's flies have disappeared from the map. How did you take care of them? Was it wit?
Well-
Brute force? Please.
T-Rex.
Killed them all.
I mean, I think you have enough intelligence to know that I had a group of adventurers
Ethan.
with me to deal with them. Wait, what? What do you?
Ethan made a great pun. That was all. Please, continue.
Okay, yeah. I had my group of adventurers that as you noted, I do travel with. Help me deal with them.
Yes, well, I'm sure it was more complex than that. They're a very, very well-known organization. We paid a pretty coin for your head as part of this
Not
test.
really. We really
Which-
did just walk in there and kill all of them.
we really did. We really did.
We tried really hard to find somebody to kill you.
Man, it's really was hard to
It's
figure
like
it
they're
out.
like talking about like we paid for your college,
Well,
I-
college of not dying.
if it
I-
really is that simple, it's an excellent show of your strength. And those of your allies that you choose, of course. After all, you can't do everything alone, and choosing the right people to help you with your operation is often more important than getting ready to do it yourself.
You're about to label me a bitch.
Bird up.
Kunj, your parents have one gleaming issue. They
What?
don't seem to be really good at counting. I don't know if you've noticed,
I
but we kind of have a name with a number in it, and they counted to 2 and thought
Yeah.
that was the same as 7.
Well, actually, no. They
But
kept,
they did comment
they-
earlier saying that they were surprised that the rest of us weren't here.
and
Yeah,
they
and
technically
didn't
also
think to do any sort of inspection, like the rat running around under the table eating food scraps.
I was assuming you were being stealthy, and I just wasn't rolling checks. Are you being a noisy bastard about it?
I'm not
Please
trying to
don't.
draw attention, but I'm also wanting some of this food because I'm Oculars. I'm not exactly the stealth character. I'm the obnoxious
Also, you have
guy.
not had floor food this lavish before. So
So I'm just like running around vacuuming up crumbs.
I'll
underneath
allow.
this
I'll
table
just allow
happily.
it. I'll just allow it. They're occupied with their son.
So, what happens now then? Now that we had this big meeting, this big reunion of ours, what happens now, Zuck?
Why, dear boy, we offer our services to you. You see, we know that things aren't going so well out there. It's disrupted our operations a lot. Our scouts say that you've discovered it to be this creature called Pinzelitis, correct?
Yeah, and that's what me and my group has figured out about it.
Son, we know how important it is that the world, stay alive. And more importantly, we want this to be the best show of good faith that we have to you, that we believe in you. You see, we've prepared a large amount of, and an even larger force of our various people. You should need help, we'll have it. You need to purchase a ship, maybe even a spell jammer, we'll cover it. And you will have our full support in battling this monstrosity, this plague upon our reality. And then, well, your life is yours to live. But we will extend to you the ownership and everything within to you under a few conditions. You will have access to our immense wealth. You will be able to do with the people in this manner as you please. Release them, keep them, employ them, pay them. It'll be all up to you. We would trust after you've overcome everything we've thrown your way. We will entrust to you the Society of Peoples.
So then, what's the fine print then?
The fine print? Oh,
That-
first and foremost, that large friend of yours, the one who very much loves Bahamut, probably best for you to stay away from him. You know the type, right? Paladins, they just can't let things be things. We know that we don't deal in legal.
I
things
feel
here.
I've been pretty lenient. Just a little bit.
Our business is well below board, but it's not like we mistreat anyone. Look outside! You must have seen it as you were passing through. We have a lovely little society down here. Sure, some of these people are here against their will, but we don't treat them like labor-class slaves. We don't. They're here.
Unfortunately, I cannot bring back the duck. Sorry.
What did you
I was being demanded to bring back Ophelia Bird, but I cannot.
Bird?
You-
Guys, could you just chill? I know none of y'all can ask questions, but like, come on.
I was going to delete it after you noticed it, but I didn't want to just leave it there for super long, so I deleted it early.
The other fine
Yeah.
print is that you simply won't be able to disband the Society of Peoples. We have a very delicate operation here, and, well, having it in writing that it shall not be disbanded under your name means that those who run the interior portions, some of our lesser-known managers and distributors, should they hear from you that they're to disband operations, they simply wouldn't. Those are the two stipulations.
And-
I'm gonna disband your head from your neck.
Okay,
Sorry.
so I guess got one question from my friend Kamara then.
Yeah, what is it?
What's your thoughts on that paladin?
About, what was his... you never gave me a name, did you? His name is supposedly Sebastian. Sebastian Glade. Apparently the son of some very famous and very well-known paladin in Valenheim. Oh, right. I remember the big guy's name. Probably just because it was Blade. Anyway. Well, I think he is a perfectly fine person. I think that most people who are that into the faith are a little bit dramatic, but sometimes drama's needed for this kind of thing, you know? I mean, think about what I did just to get you out of your situation. Think about what you've probably had to do since then. The world is a crazy, crazy awful place. Sometimes it needs some people with a bit of eccentricity. I would hate to see, if you're, especially if you're good friends with him, for you to have to really cut ties with him or leave him out of most of your business dealings. But honestly, I don't see any reason to do that, as long as he doesn't interfere.
And one more question. Can I cast one little spell in front of you guys? Just a little spell.
Oh boy.
Nothing major.
They all look at you, and your two parents furrow their brows a bit. And what spell would that be?
Let's see here. Let me look at the school real quick. I wanted to just show off my ability to make a tiny hut. Lean tiny hut.
The two of them, once again, look at each other, and then look at you. Then Kyle leans forward and furrows his brow. Gives you a bit of a death stare. Now, son, we're very proud of you for making it this far. And we do want to welcome you back into this family with open arms and make good on our sins and what happened to you. But if you think that you are here to do anything more than hear us out and either decide to stay or leave, we will not be going quietly. You will not be casting this spell. Not in here. And if you do, our security will be removing you. Perhaps from this plane of existence.
I think you've forgotten one little detail about me that I don't think you quite understand. I'm not exactly a smart person, and I cast this spell sending, and I ask her if she's next to me.
Lamara,
Yeah.
you hear a response. Of course I am.
Okay, so without a shadow of doubt, this is definitely her. Okay, well, you guys hear it. I'm gonna get kicked out.
Also, you said that you were going to cast Liamon's Tiny Hut, and you just specifically did not cast Liamon's Tiny Hut. So they're sitting there kind of confused.
I was bullshitting them.
Oh.
Oh.
I was looking at like spells that are also evil.
Guys! I'm going to ask politely. This is not a train car. Can we chill with the graffiti?
I don't know why you're saying guys when it is literally one person.
Well, there was a Fila bird.
Well, yes, that was me because he wrote bird up, but then I deleted it.
Okay, well, either way, yeah.
So they're just confused.
Let's just get this thing going then, I guess. Since I can confirm that this is her right next to me.
Getting what going?
Are we just attacking them?
Well,
You
actually, I
could
guess I can
always-
wait for them to.
We
It's
could
your
always
call.
try and leave peacefully.
I mean, if they're gonna be angry for you casting sending just to make sure that that's her, I mean, I guess it's.
They are quite upset, but they're not actively hostile at this point. You're getting the parent look of not mad, but disappointed.
Well, I'll look at them. I have to be absolutely sure it's her.
Lamara frowns as well, and she says, Kunsh, you and I have known each other for a long time, and the fact that you weren't able to recognize that is just a little bit...
God, she's
distressing.
so fucking sus, dude. I swear to God.
Yeah, that honestly.
Well,
That makes
I
it
could prove a point on
infinitely
that.
more
I just stepped out
suspicious.
and there were suddenly 2 of her.
I just don't.
Why are we playing Invoke Duplicity Diet? Why are we playing Diet Invoke Duplicity all day today?
Amara,
Well, you can't tell me
more
that
than
wouldn't
anyone
win
else
that
should-
argument.
You're right, I can't.
You should know more than anyone else why I'm a little bit suspicious.
She sighs. Says, I have to give you that, I guess. It is a strange situation, but it still does hurt my feelings.
Sus,
I know.
you
I'm
are
sorry.
suspicious.
I just had to be absolutely sure that there's not something beyond the veiled trick that they're pulling on me.
She says, also, I've been meaning to ask this all night, and things are about to come to a head. I feel the tension. Can I pet your cat?
Oh, sure. Ember, go to her.
Oh goodness.
She gives the cat many pets and little scritches under the chin. It's like, oh, it's made of wax.
And-
How fun!
And an evil grin spreads across her face, and she breaks Ember's neck.
Yes, she absolutely destroys the cat. The cat is on her side, absolutely writhing and purring, drooling wax.
Well, now I'm imagining you
Well-
break Ember's neck, the head comes off, and it just looks up at you and blinks, and the body is like swatting.
Either way,
Wax. Can't you pull that off?
I-
Whoop, put it on backwards.
I do apologize. Just like I said, given the nature of everything I've been through to get here,
I should
I'm
have
a
forgot to
little bit
prepare
on
for my
edge.
jealous servant.
I will give you that, son. But like I said, don't test us. We might be glad to see you. We
What's
might
5
be
times
happy
5?
for you. But we're not going to tolerate if you disrespect our home and you disrespect our offers for you.
well,
We are business people.
They said
And-
don't test us, so I said what's 5 times 5? Sorry.
okay. Well, all I really came here was to get her out of here, and that's all I really wanted.
Ah, and that's true. That was supposed to be a part of this deal, of course. She's free to leave, if she likes, of course. And honestly, regardless of whether you take our deal, she's just okay to go. Of course, should she do anything to reveal our location, we would have to take action, but we've discussed it with her.
I feel like the only way that she'll ever be able to live a normal life is if these people are fucking dead.
Part of me wonders if she's been charmed or brainwashed somehow.
Maybe.
Well,
It's possible.
Could
I
dispel
definitely wonder-
magic on her after you leave.
I definitely want to remove her from the
I was
situation
thinking,
before anything.
Does
gets
dispel
screwed.
magic have a verbal component? Damn it,
I
it
think
does.
so. Yeah.
I just had a realization.
Yeah.
Okay, no, this is gonna sound stupid, but can Jamberman, can you just teleport somebody?
Yeah.
Just couldn't you technically teleport her to Dominavis? Just when the fight starts,
Yeah.
so that she's not in harm's way.
Yeah. Although that would like
yeah.
immediately put me out of the fight, and
And also, if she's
guys
charmed or
would become a party
brainwashed, that could
member.
directly backfire on us.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true.
I could. If she is charmed or
Stockholm
whatever, I
said
can also just
so.
cast dispel magic on her. I'm pretty sure
That's
that's in my
why-
spell list.
I could. I mean, like I said, we can always extract her from just walking out peacefully, and then come back a little bit later to finish the job.
So I'm gonna ask, because it's been 3 hours. It's 9 p.m. Do you know where
Do
your
you know
children
where your
are?
children are?
And I know that it's getting late for quite a few people. This is this is pretty tense here. And we could leave this on a bit of a cliffhanger. And you guys could have a week or two to decide on what you guys are going to do. The offer is probably tempting. A ship is no mean feat. Even Haraxon's discount is only going to net you a 22,000 gold price tag. And horses to fight Hinzelitis, and their resources at your disposal to find and defeat him. It's a big organization.
All at the price though of keeping a slave or human trafficking or person trafficking organization going.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys want to leave it
Well-
on a cliffhanger here?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, unfortunately, knowing how long combat takes for us,
It'd be a good idea
Yeah.
if you guys decide to
If
fight.
if we actually tried to fight them right this second, we wouldn't be done till 3 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's almost the bigger concern here is, do we want to
It's a
keep
good
you up
stopping
all
point.
night so you can't function tomorrow?
I
This is a
mean,
good stopping point.
I think I've mentioned before, I don't go to work until noon, but
It
like,
would still
depending on-
probably be a while.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I am getting close to burning out because I got up at 5 this morning.
so you know what?
No, fair enough.
We're going to end it here. And next time on P's and Q's, we will be deciding, is Kunj going to take the deal of his old parents? Does he think that they're truly, what is the word I'm looking for? Repentant. Repentant is the word.
No.
Are they truly
No.
repentant? Will they do what they can to make right the years that they spent testing him? Will he take the deal of money, power, and assistance in fighting the universe-threatening creature? Or will they be walking away from this in a body bag? Or not at all? Find out next time on Planes and Quests.
On
Dragon
Dragon
Ball
Ball Z.
Always. There's always Dragon Ball Z. Why can't it be like Cheers?
Hey, Sebastian, I'm right there with you.
Angie.
I'm with you as well. It's just, I just don't know how they handle this.
For now,
Uh,
we're gonna say goodnight.
Good night, all.
And thank you all for coming by. Especially thanks to Ethan. Thank you for coming by and being a brand new viewer. Engaging. I always love talking with people in the chat when I actually fucking remember to do it. Celeste tomorrow at noon. It'll be longer than last time, as long as I'm not terrible and stupid. And we will see you next week. Bye!
Bye.
me.
Well done.
Ah!